Thank you. God damn it.
I
could see
the fake.
I can see the little smile on his face. Like he knows when like I'm gonna run out of steam, and he gets this little smile, like, oh, I'm gonna let you fucking go today.
Yeah, I know. And if y'all are just listening, it's like Robert looked like he was about to do the pew pew, but then he saw Pat struggling, so he just held off for a little bit. It was a great maneuver by Robert, and he called Pat's bluff, and it worked.
But my lung capacity is shit.
Pass the Gravy, episode 428, boys and girls. We're back again, and I think we got a good sode for you. A good sode. That's what I'm going to start calling episodes. Sodes. Just if you like the sode today, let us know at Pass the Gravy Pod. Just be like, good sode this week. You'll get it. You'll get it. And then also just quick appreciation to everybody that makes the memes for us. Everybody that tags us in all the memes. I need to start resharing more of the memes. I always try and retweet them, but I'll start posting them on the other stuff too. But you guys are the best. I love everybody that interacts with the show. Let's get right into our pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kids segment, where, we give you guys the questions, the answers segment at the end. Now it's our time. The beginning of the podcast is our time, and I would like to give either of you guys may have the floor first.
I'm surprised we haven't talked about this yet. I brought it up maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, and it should be a bigger deal than what it is now. I really think that vacuum should be spelled with a W instead of two separate U's.
I don't understand your take on this, to be honest.
Because it just makes sense.
You want it to be vacuum?
No, there's still two W's. You pronounce it the same way.
You mean two U's?
It's just spelled. Yeah. Instead of there being a W.
There are double U's, but he wants an actual W.
Like this is the take of somebody who like
W.
I get
is learning
the difference.
This is the take of somebody who's learning English.
See?
Like not somebody who is fluent in the language. You're just like, like if you were learning English, you'd be like, I don't understand. Like you said W, like there's two U's. No, the letter's completely different though, man.
But it's not.
Also, props to me for not doing some sort of accent that would have come across bad right there.
Shout out
somebody
to Pat.
learning the language. Yeah.
Look at Pat being aware socially.
Growth.
Congratulations to Pat for not getting us canceled. I think I get where you're going, but I disagree with it.
I understand now.
This is one of those situations where you can't disagree. Like you can disagree, but like you can't.
Oh, I totally can. And you are very dangerous to entering me screaming at Alex areas.
Although I do think it would be funny if from now on, anytime there are like two U's after each other, you just turn it into a W. Like that should be a rule. That would make sense if that was like an English spelling rule.
There are few words with two U's next to each other. Vacuum is one of them.
What's another?
There aren't that
Juul,
many.
the vape pen, I think Juul, wasn't it? So it should just be JWL.
That actually, if it was okay, see, if it was for Juul, I would allow it because that would be a douchey like millennium product thing to do. Like it's JWL, but it's pronounced Juul because it's two U's. I'd be like, fuck you. But it also makes sense because you're a vapor.
What if we had like instead of WWJD, it was quadruple UJD?
Quad UJD?
It's just quad UJD, yeah. That would be weird.
Robert's Googling other words that have two U's in them.
Right. I was trying to like Juul. I don't know if that's even that way spelled that way. I thought it was.
Continuum, residuum, menstruum, tridium.
I've only ever heard the first one of those words that you said. Continuum.
Exactly.
I've never heard of those.
Just to make things easier, there should be no words with two. They all
sound
like
Tool songs.
This goes back to when people are learning English for me. It wouldn't make things easier because it would just be one more stupid rule that the English language has. Because like from everything that I've heard, learning English is harder than any other language because we have so many contradictions and like I before E, except after C. I mean that we're just gonna randomly make that fucking different.
Exactly. There's double U's, but it's not a W.
Don't add one more. Don't let people just learn the language in peace.
Yeah, so we make it easier. We just get rid of the U altogether.
I think he's kind of turned
U?
me. He's kind of turned me a little bit. If you didn't have to explain why you spelled vacuum that way, that's just like people are gonna be like, you misspelled vacuum, and then it's like you're gonna have to explain it every single time. But it should be universally acceptable to just, if there is ever a situation where there's double U's, you just turn it into a W. And then also, let's think about how lazy whoever wrote like all the letters for the alphabet was, because they really just used U like 75 different times, it feels like. Because U is just a side, it's like a C when you turn it over. It's also like a W is already 2 U's, but then you flip that upside down, you have an M. In is also just an upside down U. Like, how many different times? Like, it's like they had a horseshoe and they're like, we can turn this into something. And then they just were like, no, it's a C. No, see, this is what it is. Like, I feel like they only had so many things, and like a horseshoe is one of them, and they just used it for a bunch of different letters.
If all you had was a horseshoe, you could totally spell cunt at the very end. Like when you get to the T, you just got to cut the horseshoe in half and then cross it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
I don't know why that's where my brain went first, but
I think I know why.
You can spell cunt with a horseshoe.
It's a very, very great observation you brought in, Robert. And I think, you know what? I will allow it. I will allow it, if nothing else, because it makes Pat mad.
We're changing lives here on the podcast.
If anything, I would say just get rid of double U's and spell vacuum VACUME. That makes more sense to me.
So on the Rod Ryan show, we hit, like when we come back from breaks, there's always like they'll air these iHeartRadio podcast promos, and it's like, we tried to track down a killer and do this. You know what? We're just talking about race relations in this crazy world we live in. And then Rod will be like, yeah, we talked about the best Oliver Stone movies and this. And Tessa was like a suicide prevention podcast she did. And they're like, well, Alex, what did you talk about? I'm like, well, we discussed why we don't spell vacuum with a W. And it's just like every time they throw it to me to like, what did we talk about? It's just that, like something like that. And it's like solving the world's problems.
Pat said you could spell cunt with a horseshoe.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but yeah, that would really get people. I feel like that gets people listening. You know, you get people wondering what we're talking about. But, great contribution to the Precome segment, Robert.
I've got one. What's worse, or maybe more annoying? Either way, the coworker that you don't like, that like whenever they talk to you, just as soon as they start talking, you're like, or the random person in public who, when like, I don't know, you're in the grocery store, you're standing in line at the bank, and that person just tries to start a conversation with you, like small talk. Which I will give
the pass to the person in the grocery store if they are an old person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to talk to an old person. They're the only people that are interested. No, that's not true.
Well, there's one day I was like,
but I respect them enough to let them talk.
A specific memory that popped in my head when you said that was when I was at the grocery store a while. It was whenever the Suez Canal thing happened and it got blocked up by that ship that got stuck there. And some guy was like, have you got toilet paper? And I was like, no. What? Why? And he was like, the Suez Canal, they said we're going to have a shortage on toilet paper. Stock up on that. And he like named like 2 other things. And I was like, okay. Hey, thanks for the heads up. And then he kept talking to me about it. And I was like, I'm kind of in a rush, but like, you're being really polite to me and you're just trying to help me out. So like, I'm just going to, but like for like 5 minutes, this guy just talked to me about the Suez Canal. I didn't offer anything else to the conversation besides like, that's crazy, right? Like, man, hopefully they get that fixed soon. You know, like I was just generic answers back to him. And I just feel like sometimes old people just want to go talk to somebody, you know?
Yeah. I mean, also, you know, like we make toilet paper in this country, so I feel like you would have been okay.
Well, I mean, that guy seemed like he knew what was going on. So I bought toilet paper because he said so.
I mean, it's
what if he just worked for Charmin and he just like, he got me.
Charmin's got undercover agents in every grocery store.
That'd be a great idea to just like, whatever your product is, just send somebody to a grocery store dressed as like a normal person shopping. But oh my gosh, did you hear they're going to be running out of Cheez-Its? You better stock up on. I'm like, well, I don't want to go without Cheez-Its. I wasn't coming to get you. All right, I'll get 10 boxes. These are going to be gold.
It's actually a great idea.
Or if you don't have any dog in the fight, just say random things to people in the grocery store. Be like, they're going to run out of cheese. Get cheese.
But see, then you're the guy who's randomly talking to people in the grocery store. And I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. And like, I think I'm actually more on the side of like, that guy's worse than the coworker that you dislike talking to you. Cause like, at least at work, you just like walk away.
And, like,
Well, I mean, I
have
guess
to
you
be
can do
in
that
the
at a
same
grocery
space,
store
kind
too.
of.
But yeah, but also you're like trapped with them. But like after a while, you kind of learn how to like just walk away from the situation. Like there's a server who, when she speaks, I feel my blood pressure rise. But I found ways of like, sometimes I just act like I didn't hear her and I walk away. But like, I just kind of always go, yeah, it sucks. And then I just walk away. Like, I don't think I've had a conversation with her in like 2 weeks.
And you're a manager.
Yeah. Oh, I just
That's
pawned it
probably
off to other
good.
managers. No, they all understand. Like everybody, they all understand that I can't talk to this.
It's like hot potato. You're like, not my time. Nuh-uh.
Okay, story time. She comes up to me last night, and goes, we're out of cups, like to-go cups. And I was like, yeah, we've got backups in the van. And she just like stares at me. And I was like, get the van keys out of the drawer and go to the van and get the cups.
You use the key, you put it in the keyhole, you turn it, you open the door, and boom, you can get whatever you want out of it.
Because our like the back storage area of this restaurant is super small. So we'll keep like to-go stuff like that in the van. And then 10 minutes later, one of the other managers comes up to me and goes, dude, holy shit, look at this text. And she texted him and said, I'm stuck in the van, please help. Now, this is one of those big, like, open space vans. Like, it's a huge van. And I guess she, like, stepped into the back of it. And I saw this later because I went out later that night to get something out of the van, and I could see the back doors weren't fully closed. So I think what she did is she went in through the back of it, like, climbed up into the van, and then they, like, slowly closed behind her, and she couldn't figure out how to open it back up while she had the keys in her hand. And so, like, eventually she texted the other manager. Is
it one of those, like, is it just like, does it have a button you can hit to unlock, or it's manual?
Yeah, no, there's a button to hit to unlock, but also all of these doors have like the pull up, like when the lock goes down or up. It's got that, and they all have handles. But she eventually just figured out, because all it is 2 front seats and then the back storage. She eventually climbed in the front seat, but not before calling like 4 other servers, like, help, I'm stuck in the van. And I went to the van later, and it made me laugh so hard because like I said, I walked up, I saw the doors were like slightly still, like not closed all the way, and I instantly knew what happened. But when I opened it up, there was boxes like knocked over and shit. It looked like a wild animal had gotten stuck in there.
What if she just you hadn't seen her for like 4 days, and she just thought she was just gonna die in that van? There's like a pee corner in the van, and she's like, I just thought that was it. I thought it was over.
Apparently there was a bunch, apparently she was like super sweaty when she got out of the van, and like a bunch of the outside tables on the patio all saw this happen.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
But at least she remembered the cups.
There you go. That's a plus. I always feel like there's people like at the radio station when I was working part-time and stuff, doing weekend stuff. There's like, when something happens that you're not familiar with, there's the 2 kinds of people. There, one person calls the manager and is just like, hey, is this supposed to be happening, or is this like, what do I do here? And like, those people typically just will call all the time. And there's other people like me where I'm like, all right, I may not know what the fuck is going on, but I'm going to try and kind of figure it out on my own. And if it works out, okay. And if worst case scenario, I have to make a phone call. But I want to make one phone call, and I want it to be the last effort, like the last resort. And there's people that are just like, nope, let me make a phone call. I had a buddy that I trained, Cole, that used to host this podcast. He was the phone call guy. And I remember he would do shifts with me on the weekends, and he would be calling our boss all the time. And our boss would be like, hey, can you go help fucking Cole? He's called me like 12 times today. I was like, what? He's like, well, I wasn't sure to do that. I was like, he doesn't need to walk you through every step. You can kind of figure it out on your own, dude. And I mean, it works out, because I guess if you want to do it perfectly, then sometimes you need to figure out exactly what to do. But I'm more just like, I'll figure it out.
Ask forgiveness, not permission.
100%. That's exactly what that is.
But
getting stuck in a car that you could unlock yourself. That sucks. And it's funny.
To bring this back home, that's how much I hate random people talking to me. Is I think I'd rather that person try and talk to me.
If it's at work, at least like they have a reason to be there. Like a random stranger, you're like, I don't know you. Why do I need to interact with you?
Today she asked, because we ran out of chicken and sausage gumbo, and she goes, wait, how can we be out of that, but we still have seafood gumbo? Shit you not, she asked that.
Well,
Thank
they
God
don't have
she-
sausage in the sea.
Thank God she didn't ask me that, because I might have lost my mind. But when the other manager told me that, we all just started laughing. Like, have you ever noticed that they look different? Like, come on, it's not the same thing. And then we don't just have the same thing, and then we either pour chicken and sausage into it or pour crab and shrimp into it. You know, maybe I should just make that a segment every week. I'll just tell another story of
That
hers.
would be
what
funny.
happened this week.
Mean, I'm entertained by this story. So yeah,
Yeah.
keep that in the back of your mind going forward.
It'll help me cope.
Well, I've been, speaking of helping somebody cope, I think I saw today that the government is maybe going to shut down. Government maybe going to shut down. You guys know we don't talk politics on this show.
For good?
Well, it said they were going to shut down because they're running out of money. And that just made me think, like, don't they always say, like, hey, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Maybe get a second job. Perhaps, drive an Uber, DoorDash, find a side hustle. We should just tell that to the government. Like, no, like you guys just get a second job. And also that'd be hilarious if you lived in Washington and like Nancy Pelosi like pulls up in the Uber to pick you up. That'd be kind of funny. But also we have us three collectively apparently have like as much money, if not more than the government right now. And they collect taxes. We don't collect taxes. Like everybody pays the government and then they run. I don't know. I don't want to get into like why this is happening, but it's just, that's kind of a funny situation from the people that tell you to pull yourself up from your bootstraps. Like, hey, we're out of money, so we're just not doing anything.
We're out of money, but we're still going to pay us.
Do they get paid? I don't think they get paid, right?
No, I think actually they do end up not
they get
being
paid,
paid,
in like back
but
pay,
like
right?
Probably like somewhere or another, they're still going to get like the people that make the laws aren't going to like not get their money,
Yeah, but just maybe get a side hustle, if you're struggling. We could get Uncle Sam to start driving Ubers.
Maybe all the people that you guys pay that you don't need to pay, just stop paying them year round and let that be privatized. Maybe let's just not have a government. Who was it?
It seems like that could go bad.
Well, Ron Swanson. He said the perfect government is just all it is one guy in a room with a button that he can push to decide whether or not to send the nukes. Other than that, no government.
I like when Ron Swanson would not be the most ideal form of government. I wouldn't imagine.
Yes, it would.
It's funny for a TV show, but I don't think in real world logistics, I don't think that works out. But it was hilarious when he got that new position and just basically he was like, oh yes, I would like to work inside the government, and just said no to everything that was ever asked of him. He's like, no. Oh, this? No. Can we do this? No. A government employee that hates working for the government. That was a great character.
Slash it.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, so yeah, we don't need to talk about that too much. I just thought that was kind of funny to be like, we're out of money, guys. Hey, look, we got to shut down. We don't have enough cash. Like earlier in the pandemic, they were like, hey, pull yourself up by the bootstraps if you're struggling to get by. It's like there's plenty of jobs open. You guys tell us that all the time. Go work waiting tables.
All that money that we took from you every paycheck that you get and made you give it to us. Yeah, we spent all that poorly and we're out. So
oops. Again, because I feel like we shut down a couple times. So I don't know.
Yeah, didn't they shut down last year? Like, remember when all the parks didn't have staff, so people could just go. There was no trash collection stuff. I
think they're bad with their money.
You know what they are?
Financial guy. I don't know.
They're John Raffio's sister from Parks and Rec. It's just always money, please. And then if you don't give them money, they just fuck shit up. And then you got to give them more money.
I could never do I obviously I would suck at politics. I would never be successful in anything that I did in politics, but it's weird where I can't comprehend half the stuff they talk about where they're like, we're in debt here, but we just passed this $1 trillion thing or whatever it is. And Like every administration kind of does shit like that. We're like, but we don't have the money to do that. And okay, cool. They're going to figure it out. Not my problem. But it is, but it's not. But I don't have any say in it. So we'll move on, though.
It's not my problem if I don't understand it.
Right. Now, something that isn't my problem, but I think I do understand a way to fix is American cuisine. Not that there's really a lot wrong with it, but just I think Mexican restaurants have gotten it down to like it's awesome to go down to a Mexican restaurant. You sit down, you get your chips and your salsa just waiting for you. You finish that up, they bring you a new basket of chips. In America, what would be the equivalent of chips and salsa? French fries, maybe? Why don't we just, like, if you went to every restaurant, just have a basket of French fries sitting around? I know that Texas Roadhouse has like peanuts. Like, we should have some sort of, hey, just snack on this while you wait to make your order.
I think French fries is a great idea, but the problem with French fries is if you don't eat them quick enough, they do start to get soggy.
But they're free French fries, though.
Maybe,
if I order French fries and they're soggy, I'll bitch. But if I don't order French fries and there's just a basket of French fries, then I think I would be like, oh, whatever. They're free French fries.
Maybe a basket. Well, see, that's what tortilla chips. Maybe we just do like chips, just potato chips.
French fry tortilla tips.
Tortilla tips?
Tortilla tips, which are the tips of the tortilla chips.
French fries are so much more heavy, though.
Yeah, that's why. Just get.
So you don't have to spend as much money.
Potato chips.
It has to be potato chips, but you don't want potato chips and ketchup or like potato chips and salsa.
I didn't say with ketchup or salsa.
But you need like
just potato chips would be good.
French onion dip or ranch.
Mozzarella sticks, maybe.
No, that's a full-on appetizer, though.
You know what? Actually, I take this
back. I think
it's
chips.
American restaurants don't need to be appropriating Mexican cuisine and styles.
See, we don't do chips, but I guess chips is an English term for French fries, so we would be doing chips. Also, fuck.
No,
is ketchup American salsa?
Oh, fuck you! But I think it is.
It is.
God damn it!
So I think French fries and ketchup, like, yes, they are heavier.
Potato chips.
But
it's just our version of chips.
Yeah, I guess. But like, how do you choose which one? Like, do you have a house potato chip?
No, you just
they make their own.
A little bit of salt and pepper on your chips. Yeah, you can make them in house. We've done it. It's actually not that hard if you've got a meat slicer, or you just fucking buy Lay's, take them out of the bag, and throw it into a basket.
Mayo is actually the top condiment in the U.S.
Yeah, but also people see that and they're like, "Oh, that's gross. I hate mayo." People forget that mayo is used in, like, here's a fun fact. If you've ever seen, you're getting an aioli, it's mayo, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mayo mixes with everything to make every sauce.
So,
and it's really just like oil and like butter, isn't it?
And eggs.
Oil and eggs. So it's when people say it's gross, it's like, it is like everything you eat already. It's just, that's it.
But it's delicious. Yeah. It's super fatty. But it's
I'm not crazy about mayonnaise, but I don't understand the mayonnaise hate. Because if I have mayonnaise on anything, even if I didn't ask for it, I'm like, whatever.
I get it.
Gross.
I get it because looking at it, like if you just had a glob of mayo sitting there, you'd be like, yeah, that fucking looks gross.
Looks like a jug of cum.
So I understand it does look like a jug of cum. But so I understand the hatred of mayo, but also people don't realize, like, it's the most versatile thing there is. Like, you can't just mix ketchup with everything and be like, oh, it's Chipotle ketchup. Like, no, you're just ketchuping up Chipotle. Peppers, I mean, not fucking like putting ketchup on a Chipotle burrito. But like, yeah, you mix garlic with it. Bam, you got garlic aioli. Delicious. You mix sweet chili sauce with it. Fucking amazing. Everything. You can mix ketchup with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't tried mustard, but I'm gonna have to do that soon because that actually sounds great.
You know that Elton John eats fries with mayo.
I mean, that's basically universal. I don't know if it's just England. I think it's all of Europe. Most of the world eats mayo with their fries. Like, ketchup is a very American thing. Though. Yeah. It's really good too. Just do it.
And I mean, I have hung out with quite a few Englishmen and women since I've gotten into West Ham and the West Ham group, but like they love them some fucking fish and chips. And I love the guys that love the fish and chips, but I just have never once been like, man, a snack I could really go for right now is some fried fish with French fries. Like that seems like such a weird combo. I just don't understand it.
It's great.
And apparently it's really good. I've had fish and chips before, and you can
With
have
tartar
fish
sauce.
and chips. Tartar sauce is weird to me. Don't like it. Not a big fan.
Pretty sure that's mayo too. No, tartar sauce is fucking delicious.
I don't like the consistency of it, even though yes, it is kind of just like mayonnaise.
So it's
I don't know why.
The consistency of it is chunky mayonnaise.
I guess I don't like. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't like the chunkiness in it.
But the flavor of it is. Now, what I don't get is malt vinegar. People that like, oh, I need malt vinegar for my fish chip. Malt vinegar sucks and it smells like ass.
You know, I used to be on the anti-vinegar on fries, but my life's been turned around with it. I think that vinegar it's a little different like flavor.
Actually, I haven't had it in a
game.
long
You don't
time.
use vinegar and ketchup to me. You got to go vinegar or ketchup.
Are you talking about vinegar or malt vinegar?
What's the difference? One of them's malted.
Malt vinegar is traditionally what people are going to put on their fries, or like. So if you're at a restaurant,
is it like the malt liquor version of vinegar?
It smells so strong and bad though. But it's that dark one that like if you're at a restaurant and you add like if they give you dark, that's malt vinegar.
Like Five Guys, sometimes you can just go pour that thing on there. Is that malt vinegar?
Is it dark or is it clear?
I don't remember. I haven't been to Five Guys in a long time.
I don't know then.
Well,
it's
pretend I didn't ask that question.
Does it smell super? Well, I guess vinegar is going to smell strong too. Anyway, I don't know. If you don't know what malt vinegar is at 31 years old, I don't know how to fucking help.
I don't consume a lot of malt vinegar.
Thankfully, I'm not 31 then.
Robert, you don't know anything. You know how to like do your job and run video. Hold on. I don't mean this in a bad thing. Let me finish. I was going to say, you're very good at what you do know. You know how to run video and do your job and all that stuff. But like you've seen 4 movies. Did he just leave? Did Robert just leave because he's mad at me? Is he giving me the finger?
He might have.
He's seen
his screen just went blank if you're listening only.
He's seen 3 movies and 2 shows in his entire life. He doesn't know a lot.
So I left.
You did make him leave, so confirmed.
It wasn't meant to be bad. It was kind of a backhanded compliment, but like,
so still not great.
Maybe it wasn't a backhanded compliment. It was more of a front-handed insult.
I like that.
So there was some positive in there, but I was kind of shit talking. By the way, can we like introduce front-handed insult?
I think we should.
Lexicon?
I really like that a lot. It'll just throw people off a little bit, but yeah, front-handed insults. It's an insult, but it's kind of a compliment too. So chill out.
Yeah, like I'm shit talking you, but I'm gonna throw some good in there. Compliment sandwich.
There we go. What else did I have for the Precome segment? I had quite a bit of things. This is one thing I've seen online. So I always try and, stay hip, stay in the know what the kids are talking about. And I have noticed this trend that I think we should hop on and steal. It's mostly women that have been posting it, but it is, we're going to get into pumpkin spice season here in a little bit, but it is pumpkin spice season. So everybody's getting their lattes and everything. And a big thing, this is kind of on the line, along the lines of, hey, I'll be giving out money to these people, but you have to be following me and you got to retweet it to win. And then like they just get a ton of followers and you never find out who won.
So don't ever ask me to show proof or else you're going to get blocked.
There you go.
They do that shit.
One thing I've seen specifically with a lot of white women online is because it's pumpkin spice season, they're like unpopular opinion posts, and it'll be like blank is better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it. But they've picked stuff that's like all the ones I've seen mostly are just things that are not unpopular. It's like tacos are better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it. And it's like, yeah, I think most people would say that. Like pizza is better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it. Like I want to just do like not starting a 3rd world war is better than pumpkin spice. I said it. There we go. Fight me.
There's not many things white women love more online than just abusing the shit out of a current trend.
Or just like trying to have
or just
trying
white
to have an
people in
unpopular opinion that is not an unpopular opinion annoys me. Where it's like when it is the most popular opinion out there, and you're like, look, I don't care what you say, pizza's delicious, all right?
You know what?
Dude.
I don't care if this isn't popular. I'm gonna say it. Orgasms are better than pumpkin spice, okay?
Hey,
Like
getting
that-
your girl
that
off is
shit.
better than not getting your girl off, all right, fellas? There, I said it. Whoa. Shocker, no way.
Ugh.
But we should start. So, like, anytime you see anything, like, that should be Gravy Gang. Adopt this. Just going forward. Like, that is better. Whatever this is better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it. And then just we'll beat it into the ground and they will stop doing it.
Or maybe you should just put
Dogs. Dogs are better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it.
Hashtag stop white people.
I don't know if I want to go with that.
I can say that. I'm a white.
Right, but I don't. Maybe we don't do that.
Yeah, no, or just comment basic.
No, just do like a more extreme version of theirs. Just one up them. Breathing air is better than pumpkin spice. Okay, fellas, I said it.
Then there's gonna be the one white girl that's like, oh my god, no, I need my pumpkin spice, or I just not even rather be breathing.
Like I could have
Like, shut up, Brittany.
I could have last night just been like, Giancarlo Stanton hitting game-winning home runs is better than pumpkin spice. I said it there.
Wrong.
Right. No, but just like turn everything into instead of saying like that's awesome, be like, it's better than pumpkin spice. I said it. And we'll just run that into the ground real fast. So this trend will be over in like a week.
Day drinking, better than pumpkin spice.
Right? Having good health is better than pumpkin spice. Yeah. Okay.
Winning the lottery is just better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it.
Not having student loan debt is better than pumpkin spice. There, I said it.
Somebody else touching my penis, better than pumpkin spice.
If the Giants could ever fucking win a fucking football game, it's better than pumpkin spice. I said it.
Taking a huge shit, better than pumpkin spice.
And there, I think we killed it.
I was about to say, I'm just going to keep going harder and harder until you stop.
That's what we, just from now on, the rest of the week, that's our homework, gang, Gravy Gang, and everyone in this podcast as well. Just quote treat whatever it is that they're talking about and just be like, this is better than pumpkin spice. I said it. But it's got to be like the most popular, unpopular opinion. That's not an unpopular opinion at all. I hate it when people do that.
Not shitting your pants, better than pumpkin spice.
A lot of like sports talk people do that. I've noticed. I mean, it's mostly like the ESPN like pundits or just the guys that are trying to get the clicks. Where it's like, look, I don't care what you say. The Cowboys are better when Dak Prescott is the quarterback instead of Cooper Rush. Like, I don't think anybody's arguing that with you, man. Like, what
2 years ago, my friends would have argued that.
But they would have been wrong. But it's just like,
yeah,
you pick the most popular thing to say, and you're like, yeah, okay, I agree with that. I don't care what you say. The
Packers are better with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, look, Aaron Rodgers under center for the Packers is much better than when he's not under center for the Packers. Okay, where if anybody tells you not, they're bogus. But yeah, that's just one thing we need to run into the ground, I feel like, on social media. I know the Gravy Gang can take care of that. Another thing I noticed this week is ghosts. It's getting to be spooky season. I just would like to let everybody know spooky season does not start until next week because it's not October yet. It's September 29th. October is the official start of spooky season. So just plan on that being a comeback kid next week, okay? But it's spooky season, ghosts. I've never seen a ghost in like an apartment building. Like I live in an apartment. You never hear like haunted apartments. You've heard haunted hotels, haunted houses, and then like there's like always like the haunted bar or restaurant in whatever town you go to. But there's never like, man, in this 2-bedroom apartment, man, it was fucking haunted.
Did they never go to an apartment during Ghostbusters? They had to have.
I just don't feel like it's like you don't hear about it as much. And there's way more people in apartments than houses just by like the logic of that, you know?
I think if we lived in like Chicago or like New York City or something like that, where it is more of like a city and not like a sprawling thing like Houston, where there's more apartments, there's probably some ghosts there. I think it's just where we are, there isn't a lot.
Why are they not in any storylines? Like,
Well,
there's no
think about it.
There's an apartment ghost.
Chicago, I bet you there is, because that entire city got burnt down, like twice? There's got to be some residual
It
ghosts.
got burned down once because it's the second city.
Is that what it is? Oh, I couldn't remember if there was a second Great Chicago Fire.
On top of, I don't know. There may have been. I don't think so, though.
Probably not. I don't know why I was thinking. But yeah, Chicago's got to have some apartment ghosts. Also, just like slumlords and shit like that have terrible conditions. People have to die in them in those type of cities because New York and Chicago are garbage cities. So there's got to be apartment ghosts there.
And then is there like a cutoff time for ghosts? Like, was there a certain year where they just were like, there are no more ghosts from here? Because every ghost you see is wearing like 1960s clothing or before. You know, just I've never seen a ghost in a hoodie.
I was going to say, I think after Woodstock, there was no more ghosts.
1969. That's a good year.
I can't imagine a ghost having a flock of seagulls haircut.
Yeah, I couldn't take a ghost seriously if they did.
Or like a neon fanny pack. He's like, I died in 93. Like, shut up.
Yeah, if like what is it's Gen Z? Are they the TikTokers or is it the group below Gen Z?
I don't fucking know.
But imagine like the TikTok generation, like their ghosts, they're just like, what's up? And they're doing the like flossing to you. They're like, ooh. You're like, what are you doing? I'm not going to take you seriously. If you just do whatever you're going to do to me, haunt me or whatever the fuck, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. You're TikToking.
I just thought of a real scary thought. What if it's just that like ghosts don't show up until like 50 years after they die? So in like 50 years, there's going to be dead 12-year-olds haunting apartments and they're just like following you around dancing. That would suck.
Yeah.
That would really suck.
But just, I think
even worse, dead adults dancing.
Yeah. That would be funny though if you did have to like, not funny, but it would be weird if you just had to like wait in a purgatory and then like now you can haunt.
I think like how do you know?
The clothing has to be outdated.
26. I asked you a question right as I was actually going to say it anyway. Just hold up how many numbers.
That'd be great for everybody listening too.
God. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think 26 is the cutoff for like dancing.
You could have just nodded your head.
I did.
Yo, you like
I thought you were nodding, saying like I was just eating. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it just that was actually just the number that popped in my head anyway. I think older than 26, you're not allowed to dance on TikTok anymore.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that do though.
But like, if you're in your 30s doing TikTok dances, I don't care if it's fun for you. Don't post it. Fuck you. You're 34 years old, ma'am. Like, get out of here.
The kids are doing. You gotta be cool with the kids. I have to do TikToks now, and I don't want to do TikToks. But I have
you're 20 years older than the kids doing them. Are you dancing though, or is it just Tessa standing next to you, lip syncing with you?
It's mostly Tessa forcing me to do stuff, and I tell her I don't ever want to do dances, and she's like, "All it is, it's not even that hard to do." And it's just like a 17-step dance, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not going to spend 30 minutes learning this. I'm just skip my part.
Next time,
we need everybody. It's like, we don't need everybody. Just you do it.
Next time, just be like, yeah, like I need you to do it. I know you don't want to, but it's all you need to do is take these 2 steps, go to the liquor store and buy me booze. That's all you got to do. Can you do that for me? Buy me $100 bottle of whiskey and I'll do your TikTok. Oh, you don't want to? Oh, I don't want to do this shit either.
Yeah.
There you go. You both have things that you can ask each other that the other one doesn't want to do.
There we go.
Yeah.
But fuck TikTok. That's what I gotta say about that. Moving on.
Fuck TikTok.
Moving on. Yeah, ghosts. I don't really see a lot of ghosts in apartments or hear about them as much. But I'm not saying they don't exist. They don't get the shine that the spooky house ghosts get.
I like this one that you wrote down. Parents of porn stars, content creators. I guess it'll just be parents of any famous person though.
But porn stars, definitely, your parents are content creators. Like, you made content because that's what, like, yeah, I guess so. It is like like parents of actors are also content creators. Yeah.
Also, I like this one because there was a guy that came in today. And he looked exactly like a less buff Johnny Sins. Most people will know who I'm talking about. The most highly decorated and That guy's had more careers than fucking Forrest Gump. Doctor, lawyer, soldier, plumber.
Just Google it if you don't know.
And Google Johnny Sins. And even if you don't know, there's going to be a lot of people that like, what? And then they're going to see his face and be like, oh, I fucking know that guy.
He's very well-rounded. Very well. He's a guy. He's a jack of all trades.
He's had a huge impact on the industry.
Huge impact. He's not afraid to get down and dirty. I'll just say that. I'm talking about his work as a doctor. Also, I noticed that reporters are just professional snitches.
Yeah.
Like they just find out stuff and they tattle to everybody. Oh my God, did you hear the president said this? So-and-so said this about this. And you're like, dude, chill out.
Thanks for telling me. Now I'm involved.
So just if you ever have a reporter ask you a question, they feel free to call him a narc.
Okay, narc.
Right? I mean, I sort of am a reporter, but not really.
Snitches get stitches.
But they kind of are snitches. That's what they are.
Definitely.
But it's like more like I'm just reporting. I'm snitching what's already been snitched to the world, but I am still the snitcher.
Yes.
All right. I'm glad we're on the same. We're on the same one as that. What else did I have? Box cutters are used way more to cut tape than they are to cut boxes. So I feel like they should be called tape cutters. Right?
No, that's box cutter just sounds so much cooler.
A box cutter.
Yeah.
You're cutting some blocks over there.
Got to cut through the tape to get to the box.
You always got to watch out for that box when you're cutting. They should call it tape cutters, though, because that's what they do. They don't cut boxes. If you were cutting cardboard up, then that's what it would be. But they're cutting tape.
Have you ever had to like use the box cutter to cut through all the tape and shit to get to the box, but then you use it and just start slicing up the cardboard because it's really fun? So you do cut the box with it.
But that's not really like what it's made for. It's to like.
It's not, but it works.
And break down boxes.
Yeah.
Boxes are a weird thing when you think about how like it's so flat and small. And then you just like, let me put some tape here. Let me put some tape here, fold it this way, and boom, now it can fit 6 feet worth of shit in it. Like when I get a package from Amazon, like you can just break that bad boy down in a second. And you're like, this carried so many things in it. And now look how small it is.
That description you gave could be used exactly for a girl getting butt implants. So flat and small, but then you just add a little tape here, get it, and boom, you can fit a bunch of shit in it. Literally.
You could, and people do. Everybody does.
What if we just like showed up like next live event and both had butt implants?
I don't think we're really like. I don't think our audience looks at our butts as much as we may think, or you may think.
They do. I think they do. And I know they're disappointed in mine. I got no ass.
I mean, if I get butt implants, I'm definitely getting OnlyFans. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
I got to pay for them.
I'll twerk on camera.
We should just do like a group OnlyFans where like we just take shifts. Like every third day, it's like your day and you got to put the content out. It's like, I don't know what we're going to do, but figure it out.
Nudity or not, that's your call on your shift.
I really want to just do a gambling OnlyFans where it's like whatever like the least amount of money you have to charge somebody is like to get my picks. It's like $1, and just so I can say I have an OnlyFans.
Technically, you can do free ones. Now they don't allow free ones, but if you're always running a promo where it's free right then, and then like that's how you do it. So like then it'll be like, oh, your subscription's gonna end, and it's gonna be blah 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 blah. But then there's people out there that like it ends and you don't actually ever get charged because then it goes, oh, well, I'm running another free promo.
And those people just don't want to make money on OnlyFans, I guess.
No, I think it depends on what it is. Like there's ones that do that, but then they still sell stuff behind a paywall. But then there's just like, it is what it is.
The point where somebody told me that like you have somebody's OnlyFans, like you pay for their OnlyFans, but then you have to pay to get exclusive stuff on their OnlyFans. I was like, yeah.
It just shows how many people are just criminally horny.
So many horny people.
Like at that point, you're so horny that the entirety of the free porn on the internet doesn't do it for you. You need something that only you have access to.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's not just you. There's a lot of other people getting sent
Well,
that
but
too, for the most
you
part.
can also pay for a subscription to Pornhub, I think, and you get exclusive Pornhub videos there. But like, why not just do that? It seems like you would have more access to more things if you paid like a membership for Pornhub.
I can't message with the girl there.
Yeah, but like Becky like messages me, bro. She tells me good morning.
Good morning. Tip me $50.
Yeah, it only costs like $175 every 2 days.
Bro, like
money well spent.
I would sell so many feet pictures if I was a chick.
Emma won't do it.
I don't get it.
I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care what people do when they look at your feet. She has amazing feet. I'm just not a foot guy. But it's like, I don't give a fuck if somebody wants to jerk off your feet. Like, let them. Like, don't show like your tits. Like, I don't want her to do that. But like, if it's just your feet, it's like, I don't care.
And then someone goes like, yeah, but like, I know what they're doing with the pictures. Be like, honey, I don't know what to tell you.
I know what we're doing with that money is buying shit.
It does, whether or not you're showing guys pictures of your feet and knowing that they're jacking off to it, there's dudes jacking off to you one way or the other. Sorry to tell you that. Ladies, sorry to burst your bubble.
Just make that money, girls.
What?
Make that money. We're pro you making money.
There are dudes out there jacking it while thinking about you, or just looking at your Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. Dudes are pounding their meat, so you might as well make a little bit of money off it by showing your feet. And at least when you do that, for the most part, it's probably not people that you know. It's just randoms out there. Now, people you know are probably going to find it.
Right.
But like at that point, who cares? It's your feet. Be like, yeah, I'm making money off of dumb, horny guys, and all I have to do is take a picture of my feet every morning.
It seems pretty easy. I told him, I was like, I'll take the pictures. You won't like ankle down. Like, you don't ever have to have any other part of you in there.
I can't tell if Weezy's agreeing or not.
Free money. Oh, Emma just got home. So
it's all about female empowerment.
We can't talk about her foot OnlyFans anymore, but yeah, we're pro women.
Only
feet.
We're
trying to say here. Only feet. Emma, come here. Just tell them why you won't do a foot OnlyFans.
What if I want to run for president someday?
Well, then they'll be like, man, she had to hustle.
Yeah, dude.
Sets my feet apart.
I think you have great feet. I don't know. I don't know what sets any feet apart. I don't know feet, but somebody
nothing has to set it apart. Dudes are stupid and horny.
People like feet.
Yeah, none of mine.
And you can just step on random things. Can y'all hear everything she's saying?
Yes.
Okay. If people couldn't hear that would really kill this conversation.
I mean, I can hear. I don't know if they'll be able to hear, but.
Well, we're pushing for it. We like money, you know? We're big fans of money, and I'm trying to empower you. Babe, I'm just trying to empower you.
I don't think people do like men's feet.
She said, yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm sure some people like men's feet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a tattoo on one of my feet, so I don't want that. Like, that's distinguishable. You don't have any distinguishable marks on your feet.
Photoshop.
I could do that.
You could Photoshop out that dumbass tattoo.
It's not a dumbass tattoo. Take it back.
It's a very dumb tattoo.
Take it back.
It's dumb.
Take it back.
It's dumb.
Take it back. I do have a tattoo bet I made with our Passive Gravy athletes. We'll talk to them here in a little bit. But I have a tattoo bet over this weekend's game. And then I also have a mullet bet as well. Got 2 bets with our 2 PTG athletes. That's a little teaser, guys. We call it in the biz. We call that a teaser.
Weren't you already planning on the mullet?
The mullet had been discussed. It had never gone through with it, but
yeah.
All right. If I don't have to do the mullet, I'm gonna get rid of the hair though, but whatever.
Yeah. I had one last thought on here too. I had seen some tweet a couple weeks back that was like, guys, just so you know, we can tell every time you stare at her boobs. And no, they fucking can't. No, don't get me wrong. I think they catch us a lot.
Those reflector sunglasses are.
No, I'm just talking about in everyday life. Like, I guarantee they catch us a lot. You have no fucking idea how often we're looking.
Not me. I don't ever look at boobs.
all day.
I respect women too much. Eyes up here is me always.
I respect them so much. I'm not going to look away from their bodies. It's a celebration of how they choose to look.
I respect them so much that I only make eye contact because I want them to know that I care, and that's how I connect with them.
You're basically the
eye.
Taliban then, because you're acting like they don't even have a body. You
No,
basically
I
just
know
want to
they
put
have
them
a
in a
body,
burqa.
but I'm
All you
also
wanna see
not
is their
asking
eyes.
them to let me. I'm not asking them to share their body with me.
I'm
'cause
not
I'm a nice
asking.
guy.
I'm celebrating how they choose to dress,
Hey, it's called consent, Pat.
and I love big titties.
I am a respect man.
But anyway,
love
do you
a
think
woman
that's
with
true?
A great brain.
Do you think they
Go ahead.
catch us more often than not?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like enough people look at women's boobs where they don't always catch them, so probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
There's
this
too
girl
many
was super
people.
confident, and the entire comment section was just dudes going, "No, you fucking don't. You have no fucking idea."
Oh, so you're telling a woman how to feel? Wow.
I'm telling a woman that she's wrong. I mean, it's pretty well
Wow.
documented that that's usually the right stance. But
I disavow that comment. Disavow.
Sexist Pat is back.
Sexist Pat is back.
Patriarchy Pat is in the building.
Pat in the patriarchy.
But yeah,
Well,
either way,
let's move on.
If they do catch us, then man, I'm in trouble at work.
Yeah, especially at work. That's a big no-no. It's a big no. We'll bleep that part out.
There's too many people walking through the restaurant of all time. My eyes just catch the sight line of boobs. It happens.
Okay, because we went from OnlyFans to that, I have one final question before we get out of the Comeback Kids segment. What percentage of people do you think have been masturbated to at some point in their life?
98%.
Most people, right?
Most people.
Like, no matter who you are. I mean, I'm not like obviously throwing kids out of the equation, but like adults, like when you get to that like age, like you got a crush on a kid, like a girl or I guess or a guy, whatever, in school. You like, when we were young, we didn't have all the porn that we have now.
Puberty, man.
Right. Like puberty, you just like anybody you like at that point, you're like, oh, people do
Bro,
that, right?
The yearbook, man.
I never jerked off to the yearbook.
Oh yeah, I did.
I was like a
many
mental photo
times.
kind of guy.
But also just, like when you're going through puberty, you're thinking about every girl that you've ever talked to in school.
So like, do you think somebody has, double clicked their mouse, some beautiful woman, or maybe a dude, some beautiful woman that maybe has double clicked her mouse to us? All three of us, not together, but like like individually.
Definitely all three of us at the same time.
I mean, all the gravy ladies, maybe at some point,
Yeah.
have a few too many cosmopolitans, and they got Bobby jokes on their mind. I get it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think it's happened in a fucking while.
He's got a great jawline.
But back in, I looked good in high school early on, man. Now, if they had ever talked to me, that probably ended it real fucking quick. Before, like, maybe they had just moved to school and like.
Pat's a mute in most of their fantasies.
Oh yeah, God. If I start talking in their fantasy fucking over, man.
He was great, and then he talked.
Then he called me a bitch.
That was the first word he said.
Yeah, I've ruined it a lot with my vocal cords.
Pat is that friend that you like have to explain to people.
Oh, so many, dude.
There's always like a fallout afterwards. And like, look, okay, that's Pat.
Every single one of my friends, before I met their girlfriend or fiance or wife, every single one of them has told me that they had to warn their girlfriend before I got there.
It's probably smart.
Yeah.
But not ideal for you, I wouldn't.
But they all end up liking me.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a likable guy. He's just got like a hard shell you got to get through in the beginning.
I'm like a big old teddy bear. I'm an asshole. But I'm funny in small doses.
Yeah.
No more than 3 hours a week.
It's just about right. That's a perfect amount of time for Pat.
That's the ceiling for me, or else you're going to want to fucking kill me.
All right. Well, that was our Comeback Kids segment, guys. I thought that was a pretty productive segment. We got to the bottom of a lot of things. We'll move on to the Comeback Kids segment, though, after I tell you about our good friends at the Y Factor, the new sponsor of our show. They focus on urology and male fertility issues. That's why the name Y Factor comes into play, because the Y chromosome is what makes men men. It's what makes dudes dudes. They specialize in men's health so that they can help you with low T. They can help you with pain below the belt. Maybe you got male fertility issues. They also offer no scalpel vasectomies for guys that are ready to stop having kids. And they do urological wellness exams, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about right here. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you haven't gotten a urological wellness exam in the last year, you're due for one. This exam is all about prevention. The Y Factor test for anything that could be a major problem down the line. It's not an exam with your family doctor. It's with a trained specialist that knows exactly what to look for. They know all about men's health, and they give you the right tests that you need. The Y Factor has 5 locations now in the Houston area. In Memorial, Tomball, Webster, Richmond, and now in the Woodlands. All locations have free parking, minimal wait times, and they also accept most major insurances. So you have no excuses, guys. Book your appointment online at theyfactor.com. That's the letter Y factor.com. And you can learn about all of their services there as well. Somebody from the office is going to call you to confirm your appointment, and you're going to be set. Please tell them that you heard about them right here on Pass the Gravy podcast. Women have OB-GYNs. Fellas, we got the Y Factor. Go get that urological exam, guys. Like, it, you know, we all like your junk. Your junk is very important down there. That's what makes us dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's what makes us dudes. And why wouldn't you want to get checked out to make sure you're in tip-top shape? We're at not childbearing, child creating years. We're in the prime of that. So you want to make sure maybe you're trying to start a family. You want to make sure things are going well. You want to make sure you don't got any problems down there. Not that there's a problem if you do, because they'll help you get all set up. They'll fix you all up. But it's better to find it early. It's better to fix it out. And sometimes you just want that peace of mind. Like, can you imagine going into a urological wellness exam? They're like, hey, dude, perfect. You check out 100%. You're looking great. You just come out just like, it's a great dick day. It's a great dick day is what you would be saying. Pat was trying to say that, but he was muted.
Yeah.
He muted himself. I didn't.
Forgot.
Yeah. But you go there like, dude, you're looking great down there. And then you go home, you're like, I got a great dick.
You got a great dick.
Like, you'll be on cloud 9. If they have something that they find, don't worry, because you're at the Y Factor and they'll take care of you. They are the best. I promise you, you won't be let down. The yfactor.com, the yfactor.com. That's the letter Y factor.com, and tell them you heard about them on Pass the Gravy podcast. We're glad to have the Y Factor as a sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment that begins now.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, let's start off with fall.
Pumpkin spice.
Fall is back. It's pumpkin spice season. And I don't know, I don't see either of you guys wearing your sweaters. But I've seen people wearing sweaters, and I think it was like 80 degrees today. But
yeah, it ain't that fucking cold yet.
Sweater, and it's like, that's cool. Like the girls like to wear those over the shoulder. Like there's a sweater where it's like hanging off one of their shoulders. It's like, it's just a big snuggly warm sweater. I love fall. It's just fall. I got my pumpkin spice. I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise, and I'm wearing my sweater. I love it. There's nothing better. Maybe go on a hayride.
Thinking about the PTG guys and just flicking my bean.
Emma's about to go for a run, and as I was saying all that stuff, she's just giving me the evilest eyes ever. I'm glad she didn't hear Pat's comment.
She's like, how dare you say all the things? What did she say?
She said, see you never.
Oh, yeah, dude, fall. I'm ready for chilly weather.
Fall's back. Downside of fall is it gets darker earlier at a certain point for some people, but I don't hate it.
Oh, I like it being dark early.
I enjoy it when it's later, but like when it gets darker earlier, it's like, as somebody that doesn't sleep a lot, it's like, oh, well, it's getting ready to wind. It's time to wind down. When it's like sunny at 8 o'clock, I'm like, I'm not fucking getting ready for bed. There's the sun out. I'm not doing that. Remember as a kid, did you have bedtimes? Like your parents
yeah,
seem
but,
like they just let you be free range.
I mean, I was the youngest of 4, so like, yeah, I had a bedtime, but also I was upstairs and they weren't going to come up the stairs, so they were just like, go to fucking
My
bed.
parents are pretty adamant about like sticking to it, but it was like when like in grade school or whatever, when you had like I had a 9 o'clock or 9:30 bedtime at one point, and like it was like when the sun would still be out at 8. I'm like, but it's sunny. I don't want to get ready for what is this, Mom? Like when the sun's out, it's time to be up to me. That's why I could never live in Alaska, because I would just be like, Alex, you've been up for 14 days. I'm like, yeah, the sun just never went down. I'm not gonna sleep.
That's the one downside though, to it getting darker earlier means it's getting lighter outside earlier in the morning. So like you're still in bed and like that sunbeam hits you in the eyes through your shades. You're like, well, yeah, we all know not you, because you're a freak.
I have a very specific schedule. I get that, but like the fall switch that they do where it's darker earlier and lighter earlier, it's like, oh, tight, cool. I enjoy that. I can wind down a little bit more, so I'm not up until midnight every single night.
For us normals, there's nothing worse.
For you norms,
there's nothing worse than like accidentally waking up early and it's really bright in your room, and you're like, fuck, I don't have to be up for an hour and a half or hour, and it's super hard to fall back asleep because the sun's out. That sucks. I feel that. That's a fucking awful feeling at all times, but at least we get some colder weather with it. Man, I like fall is great because like it's almost winter, and when it's winter, I don't turn my air conditioning on or heater on for like 3 months at a time.
Dude, we need to really track it this year. We need to really track, like, Robert, you're gonna be in charge of like set a reminder when winter starts. We got to play the no heat game, because Pat is the same mindset of me, where it's like, fuck that, dude. I got jackets, I got hoodies.
Yeah, I'll bundle up. Add another blanket.
I'll bundle up, and I'll save that money for the summer when I got to burn it on AC, when I want to keep it nice and chilly.
I'll take my comforter off my bed and bring it to the fucking couch, man. Just get real fucking cozy in this bitch.
When you live, like, I guess you have a sister, but like Emma is awesome. Like we have fall decor out already, and like she has like fall blankets. She swaps the blankets. We have like a plaid blanket out now, as opposed to like the other one. We have our summer blanket. So she's got winter blanket. It gets awesome.
Well, winter blankets are thicker.
Right, but I don't have to worry about like bringing like the comforter from my bed in, because it's like, oh no, Emma just switched out the blankets, like the living room blankets. This is dope.
Actually,
Robert, I'm sure like Sam does some stuff like that too. Like when you have a woman's touch around the house, it's nice.
No, we only have one blanket in the house.
Well, y'all have only lived together for a little bit of time. Just wait.
They spend all their blanket money on plants and cactuses.
That's true. Y'all do spend, and if you think about it, you can just lay under the cactuses and they'll keep you warm.
Yeah, she's actually only going to get like heat lamps for her plants, not like blankets.
So you can go stand by the plants.
I guess so.
And but I'm talking to the plants. I'm not just warming up.
I read a recent study has told me that plants respond well to the human voice, so that's what I'm doing.
Recent study suggests Mondays. Check it out.
I was trying not to be too
at a recent study pod. Well, I mean, I'm gonna give him the plug. I love Robert. I want to push his pod. He's got a great podcast.
Better than this one.
Some people might say that.
A recent study would suggest that.
The quality of it, definitely. The intellect, 100%.
The content, yes. The hosts, infinitely.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a better podcast. But still listen to us. Listen to us too.
But we can say cunt.
We have one of the co-hosts of Recent Study Pod on Pass the Gravy. So like that's the reason that people stick around, I think. They start with Recent Study Pod and then they're like, well, I might as well listen to this fucking guy talk with his idiot friends.
I gotta fill the day somehow.
That's really what we are. We're just like fill the void is what Pass the Gravy is. But we appreciate you guys listening. I think we do some fun stuff every now and then.
Fill the void, that's what she said.
That is what she said. Not to me, but that's what she said. To somebody, I'm sure. But
can you imagine if you met a chick and she called her vagina the void?
Do you know any women that have ever named their vagina? Because I have met people that do that, and it's weird to me.
I mean, I assume I have. I don't know.
Like, do you name your car? Do you name your car?
I don't, but I know people that do. But yeah, I don't, because I don't give a shit.
I call my car the Mazda. Does that count?
Well, that's
See,
just
okay, so
saying the name
I was about
of
to
the brand.
But I was about to say, I feel like I'm kind of a hypocrite in that because, like, I always like make like it's weird when people are like, "Oh, this is Daisy. She's my Jeep." I'm like, your Jeep has not got a name. Weird. But I had a red Ford Ranger when I was in college, and we just called it Big Red. And now I have another Ranger, and I just call it Big Red too. But like, I'm just like, oh, are we gonna go in red? Like, so it's just like me referring to it as like it's not a big red car, but it's just funny to say like the little truck it's big red. And like I don't know. So like that's sort of like just a nickname, but like I don't know. I only refer to that to like my brother and like my girlfriend. I don't ever just be like, well, I'm going down to Big Red. And then who the fuck is Big Red? It's weird when people tell me like their car's name and they're like, Henry and I are gonna go down to Galveston this weekend for Jeep Go Topless weekend. I'm like, who? Your boyfriend? No, Henry's my Jeep. Okay, well, that's weird to me.
I mean, I get it. Enough people do it to where I don't think it's that weird, but like, I ain't gonna
Naming your
fucking do it.
vagina? That's weird.
Naming it the Void, even weirder.
That'd be very weird. Come on,
I don't
into
know.
the
I think
void.
I'm like, I mean, okay, but we gotta workshop this name.
I'm not gonna say no, but yeah, all right. We gotta talk afterwards. Remind me to talk afterwards. But fall is back. And which, I mean, normally it's like fall is like prime time football. It's football only, you know, but fuck football right now. I kind of hate football. Football really upsets me. Not necessarily on Saturdays, but I sort of just want to kill myself for 4 hours every Sunday. Watching the Giants.
I get it. I love it
so much.
I don't know what football is going to be like after this year for me.
I hope you have to experience the same pain I've had to experience.
Why?
I don't know.
In the course of my
I was
life,
happy for you. I was happy for you when the Packers came back and they won on Sunday night. Like I was like, because I root for the Packers because I know that you root for the like. I hope that you're that way with my teams. Like when I have like
Yeah,
I didn't go to
except for
LSU.
the
My brother went to
Yankees.
LSU, so I root for LSU when they play. I'm an LSU fan now because my brother went to LSU, and I want my brother to be happy. I want the Texans to be happy. I want Texans fans to be happy. So I root for them. If I have Cowboys fans, they can go fuck themselves. I don't care. But like, I still love you as a friend. But like, you fuck your team. Even same for the Eagles. But just like with the Packers, I don't really have any hatred towards the Packers. So when I see the Packers, I'm like, all right, I hope the Packers win tonight. And if you don't do that, then fuck you, Pat. If you don't do that,
I'll do that for the Giants. I mean, the Giants did end Brett Favre's career, so that hurt a lot. But like now that it's kind of like the Lions with me. You're not a threat, so I don't hate you. So, but I will. I'm like, I hope the Giants pull this out for Alex.
I was there was a anger flooded over me as they made that game-winning field goal on Sunday, and I was like, "Fucking Pat, he gets to be happy with his team." I'm miserable and I hate myself and I hate all of this. And just like the Giants lost on a field goal at the end of the game, y'all 1-on-1. And I was just like, God damn it.
Can you imagine what it would be like, Alex, if the Giants were down with 37 seconds to left and had to drive 60 yards and you were confident?
If we had
no timeouts.
You know what? If you put me at offensive coordinator, I think I would feel way more confident than the current offensive coordinator on the Giants, he is now Voldemort.
Coach Clappy
He's now Voldemort. He who must not be named.
I find it hilarious that you guys went, man, this guy's really sucked for Dallas for years. Let's get him.
He was a good offensive coordinator, though. And I thought that, if he only has one job, he can't fuck that up that bad. Nope, I was wrong.
Was he a good offensive coordinator, or was it just the head coach was really good and was able to keep him in his lane and rein him in?
I think he was a good offensive coordinator.
Because who was it? It was Parcells, right?
No, it was Wade Phillips. Because Jason Garrett was the interim head coach when Wade Phillips got fired, and then Jason Garrett just got the head coaching job. But
that's right. Parcells was Sean Payton.
Correct. He was under Sean. He was under Payton.
Cowboys.
He was under Payton. But then Sean Payton's last gig before the Saints was with the Giants too. So that was the 2000 Giants that went to the Super Bowl and got the doors kicked off of them by the fucking Ravens, 30-7. I cried after that game. But yes, he who must not be named, the Giants offensive coordinator that runs with Mason Schmerett and used to be one of the head coach of the Cowboys. His problem is that, and I talk about this on Claire Big Blue podcast, so I'm not going to get too in depth, but like football has evolved. I don't know if you guys know that it does that. Like games sort of evolve. New like a running quarterback is kind of a thing that people go towards now. Like that's like just the drop back and pass it guys. That's kind of a thing of the past. The run pass option is kind of a way to go. And he's just like, I'm going to do the same stuff I've always done that people definitely won't remember from the last 20 years in the NFL, which he does. And then people do remember, and he does the exact, I can call a Giants play 4 out of 5 times. Like I did it on Sunday against a shitty Falcons team that gave up 30 points a game, and the Giants scored 14 against them. I called 4 out of 5 plays on like every drive, where I was like, all right, it's a run on first down. It's usually a shitty check down pass, or Danny runs it, or they opt to run maybe, but it's usually a shitty check down pass on second down. And then when they fucked up and it's like 3rd and 8, they got to pass it. So it's a pass, but here's the thing. If it's a 3rd and 8, he's running 4-yard routes. He's telling everybody to go 4-yard routes. He doesn't call a route that's longer. Like you would never call a route that goes past the first down marker. You would never do that. Why would you want a first down? So he just expects the receivers to juke out everybody on the defense every single time. It's frustrating to watch. I hate it. And yeah, I guess that's part of fall that I'm not looking forward to, is that now we've added a week to the NFL season. And
yeah, but we've got,
I get 14 more
pumpkin spice lattes now. So it's okay.
Cannot tell you the last time I had a pumpkin spice. I don't even know if I have had a pumpkin spice latte.
Never have had one, but we do get Halloween movies. So
Halloween movies, which there's not that many.
There's not. I haven't watched Nightmare Before Christmas in forever, but I need to watch that soon.
Halloween Town.
Great movie. Great movie.
And then whatever the UB Halloween, right? The Adam Sandler one he made.
Just straight up Halloween. There's a new one coming out too.
I don't like scary movies. Not a big scary movie guy.
Watch. Fuck. What was the one that made me laugh? I don't remember. It was old school. Fuck. Never mind.
Also, a comeback kid this week, though, is free time, because we are about to free up some time that Big Brother ends tonight. As we're recording this, it is before finale night of Big Brother. I love Pass the Gravy Bro. I love Pass the Gravy Bro. I love hosting Pass the Gravy Bro. I love having Pat on Pass the Gravy Bro. I love doing it with Emma every single. I see. There you go. I love doing it with Emma whenever I do it. You know what I'm talking about, guys, right?
Well, I wasn't even doing that for that. I was just slowly reacting to hearing my own name.
No, but
Pervert.
yeah, like I love getting to hang out with Chris and doing the power rankings on Sunday nights. This season of Big Brother was kind of very predictable, so I'm kind of like, we know who's gonna win tonight. Like, it's not been done already, but I am 99% certain who will win the game of Big Brother tonight, and I feel like we have known one of. I think I said I gave you 3 people on the show when there were like 13 people left. And I said one of these 3 people will win Big Brother, and all of them made it to the final 6, and now one of them will win Big Brother. So
is tonight finale night?
Tonight is finale night.
Yeah, thank God.
I love the show. It's just there's certain seasons where like it's a well done season by the people playing the game, but it's just so boring and predictable because they play it so well. Where it's like there's not excitement to be like, well, who could it be this week? Maybe it's so-and-so. Maybe it's like, no, we know who it's going to be. We just bullshit for 30 minutes. But it's been fun to interact with everybody in the Gravy Gang. I appreciate everybody from Pass the Gravy that has started watching Big Brother that also interacts with us on Pass the Gravy Bro. But that's over tonight. And so like Pat and I were talking a little bit before we started recording, like Pat and I used to we'd record Pass the Gravy. I'd edit it. I'd post it. I'd do I'd schedule everything. And then at like 3 hours after we get done, I was like, Pat, can I hop on COD with you? And we'd play Call of Duty. And it's just like, that opens up again. Thursdays, at 7:00, my day's not like done for the day. And then I do a podcast and stuff, which is fun to do. It's just, it's crazy how much time you realize it takes up until it's like over. And this is a lot of free time I'm about to have. So,
I mean, Thursdays and Sundays, we're still going to have football to watch. But like, if it's a game we don't care about, we can kind of just put it on in the background. Like Big Brother, you're like, well, I got to catch up on this eventually.
I have to take
one way or
notes
the
on
other.
Big Brother. Yeah. But, and then like Survivor, like I love Big Brother, but I have like doing a podcast, you start taking notes on it and it takes a little bit of the fun out of it, but it's still like an awesome show. But Survivor, like not doing a podcast in Survivor, I love just being able to just watch a show and enjoy it.
Yeah. In this season of Big Brother, it's been like say you start a TV show and you're watching it, you really enjoy it in the beginning, and like a little bit over halfway through the season, you're like, all right, well, I'm not even really enjoying this anymore, but I've invested so much time, I might as well finish it. That's kind of what this season was for Big Brother. Like, I love the show still, but this season isn't very good. But like, God, I hope they get it better next season. This season is good,
but it's so good, it's just a boring season.
It's
just a boring season.
And the editors will like purposely.
We don't need to get too much into Big
things
Brother.
That could be good.
A lot of people that don't watch don't give a shit right now, but
they don't care.
Yeah, our free time is about to be back as well for myself and Pat specifically. But let's see what do we have next as a comeback.
Well, it's actually a good transition because from a show that didn't do so good this season to a show that killed every season and now has a movie coming out, the Sopranos movie, Many Saints of Newark, comes out this Friday. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
I'm going to a theater. I'm going to a theater. I can't tell you. I think Star Wars was the last movie. I was like, I'm going to be in a movie theater. I'm going to watch. Like that was pre-pandemic where you could just rent it on HBO Max and stuff like that. But like ever since that's become an option, I don't know about you guys, but are you cooler just paying? Like I would rather pay $20 and not leave my house.
Sometimes. It depends on see, here's the thing.
This is one of those that's like, I will get up and I will go to, I want to see this in a theater.
If this was on Thursday, I'd go with you. But it comes out on Friday. I work all day Friday. I work Saturday night, and there's football going on Saturday morning that I usually want to watch. Sunday is all day football. Then I work all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Wednesday we do this. So really, realistically, the first chance I would have to watch this in theaters would be Wednesday night after we're done with the podcast or next Thursday. And that movie will have already been out for 5 days, and I'm going to miss shit. So I'm probably
true.
Isn't it coming out on HBO Max right away, or is it one of those ones where you have to buy it?
No, it is. It's
so
one of those where
that's
it's like
where
I'll probably honestly do both. I want to see it first in a theater on Friday, but then I'm going to probably rent it just to watch it again because I like with The Sopranos. Like I like rewatching stuff.
That's what I said. Do we have to rent it through HBO Max, or is it just going to be on HBO Max?
I think you have to pay for it.
If it's on HBO Max, it's just on HBO Max as part of the subscription. Not a
because I thought if it was a new movie, you had to pay for like the.
I know Disney does that.
I'm not 100%.
I don't think HBO does because Godzilla versus Kong, I'm pretty sure was just out.
Well, then I might just watch it. Like I want to see it in theater, so I will go to a theater to see it. Then my first watch may just be on my couch if it's free. I don't see how they would do that. I don't think that it doesn't make sense to me for the movie to do that.
Because HBO is chill.
But I feel like the movie, like they would lose so much money potentially if they didn't charge for it.
But they also might get a shit ton of new subscribers to HBO Max for this movie because Sopranos was such a big HBO show.
I have no idea, but I'm super stoked to see it. We don't need to break down the Sopranos or anything, but just it's Christopher Moltisanti's dad is kind of the feature of it throughout the entire Dickie Moltisanti, which I think somebody told me they were saying that Moltisanti is Many Saints in like Italian.
That makes sense.
Loosely translates.
That also just sounds like something that somebody thought, hey, they sound similar. I'm gonna.
And they said it, and you know what? I'm repeating it, so it worked. Whatever that stuff works. That's a fun thing I've been trying to do. If you just say like so, like blank loosely translates to this in Latin, like somebody's last name loosely translate like Jose Siri on the Astros loosely translates into game-winning home run in Spanish or in Latin, and they're like, oh, does it? No way.
The thing I'm most excited for is just that. Hey, we've got a mob movie that we're making. Somebody call Ray Liotta. We need him.
That was a weird add-on, but yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna.
You got to always have Ray Liotta if it's a mob movie, and I love that. I love Ray Liotta.
James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini, plays Tony Soprano in it. I'm really excited to see it, and I mean, if you don't like The Sopranos, just figure it out.
You're
Robert,
wrong.
Do you have HBO Max?
No, I do not.
I'll give you my login. Will you watch the Sopranos? Would you watch it?
How many seasons?
It's like the best TV
Like-
show. It's like top 5 TV shows of all time, and
Yeah.
it's not even arguable. Like, you can't argue The Sopranos is not a top 10 show even. I will give you maybe not top 5 if it's like like what you personally like.
Top 5.
But like to me, it's top 5 easily. I think Breaking Bad, I would say, is probably a better overall show. But then I would go Breaking Bad, Sopranos, 1, 2. And then
I
Lost.
was about to use that as an example. I'm one of the few people in the world where I'm like, I get why Breaking Bad is great, but like it just never fully grabbed me. But Sopranos is perfect. It's so the worst thing about The Sopranos is like there's characters that suck, but they're designed that way. They're supposed to
Yeah.
suck. You're supposed to fucking hate them.
And
Like,
you
his
like rally
mother
around your
is the
hatred
worst
for people.
piece of shit ever. His mother is
Dr.
the
Melfi,
worst
I
piece
fucking
of
hated
shit.
Dr. Melfi.
But I like, okay, yeah,
The
I get
therapist.
that. But
Hated
also
the
like
therapist.
his mother is the most
Oh, she's the worst
hateable-
person on the entire show.
and close
AJ,
second.
his son is the worst.
I was about to say
His son
close
sucks
second
too.
is AJ. AJ's a close second because he's the biggest pussy ever. But
Yeah, The Sopranos, man.
It's so
Sopranos
good,
are back. Many Saints of Newark. I mean, do you like, have you seen Casino? Have you seen The Godfather? Have you seen Scarface?
No, I
No
have
chance.
Not. Mm-mm.
I didn't expect you to have.
Robert, can you please
if
just
you
watch the
had-
goddamn Godfather? For the love of God.
Godfather's a long time. Like, it's like a 3-hour movie. I get it. Like, I get why he hasn't seen it's like when somebody's like, dude, we should, like, if you don't like the Lord of the Rings, we should just do like a binge. Like, I'm not going to spend 75 hours watching
No,
movies. I'm not going to do that.
Watch an hour a night. Watch a little bit. Come
I
back
don't
the next
do well
night.
in like breaking
Godfather's
stuff up
so
like that.
good.
Says me, who will then binge watch an entire TV show for 4
But
weeks.
also, I know that if you start watching but see, also, I'm worried that The Godfather, it is such an old movie. Like, maybe this style of cinematography and storytelling wouldn't grab Robert as much
And
because
Sopranos
he's so
too, because
young.
it is dated. It's like, oh, they're stealing VCRs off of trucks. Robert would be like, what's a VCR?
but also no,
I
but
know
that's
what
still
a
like these are
VCR
new.
is.
I'm talking about like
You've never heard of a VCR before in your
Godfather
life.
was made
Too
in the
young.
70s. So it's just a little bit different. Things are different, but like it's so good. I'm so confident that anybody, if you're like, yeah, just watch a little bit of it, you start watching The Godfather, you're gonna watch the whole fucking Godfather. It's so goddamn good.
Don't watch the third one. The third one kind of sucks.
You know, people said that for years. I watch it as long as you go in knowing that like it's not nearly as good as the other two. It's not bad. And plus, the Godfather Coda, I did like the little bit of recut that they gave to it. It did make it a little bit better.
Mhm. But yeah, Sopranos, that's back on Friday, and I cannot wait to see that. Next comeback kid we got this week is Eli motherfucking Manning. He's a national treasure now. Robert, do it. Do it.
No.
Do it, Robert.
This is Robert's one right here.
No, it'll be
Censored.
a great screen grab. We'll do it. We'll blur it. Just put your fingers up like this, and I'll blur it.
Or put your hands
Just
up. Don't
do your
even
fists
put the
up.
fingers up.
Do your fists up.
Like we're fighting. God damn it,
Wu-Tang.
Robert.
Okay,
God
Wu-Tang.
damn
He's
it.
doing Wu-Tang.
Hey, his hands were up for a half second. Just screenshot
Oh,
that.
I got
Moved it
that.
with
I
ours.
got it. It's
Yeah.
done. It's done. Watch the video version, guys. Watch the video version at the hour 23 mark. But yes, Eli Manning I think he has officially achieved. I am biased. So Pat, I need you to approve this. Has Eli Manning achieved national treasure status because he is just the best, isn't he?
Peyton's a national treasure.
Peyton
And
already
Eli's-
was a national treasure.
Yeah.
Eli, I think, achieved that status Monday night because he did like the Manning broadcast. It's a travesty that they are not doing it every week. Like they're taking a break for 4 weeks now.
They couldn't afford him.
Pay them whatever you
Yeah,
want.
I know. I'm with you.
I told
It's so good.
I was talking to Rod Ryan on the morning show this week. On the Rod Ryan show was talking to me about it, and I was like, dude, if you told me like, hey, there's a new subscription service, it's just called Watch Red Zone with the Mannings, I would pay whatever it is to just be like, okay, like I'm gonna talk to people that be like, oh, what do you know about the Mannings? Like, those are my friends that I watch Monday Night Football with. I love them. Those guys are great. And then I'm like, actually, no, I just watched them watching Monday Night Football, and I feel like we're hanging out. Because like they do make you feel like you're just like chilling with your buddies Eli and Peyton, and then whoever their friends are. It's like a podcast that's watching football, and then you get Eli doing silly stuff where like he's like doing the Dak Prescott like hip thrust, and he was like, "Oh, my hips, they don't lie. I'm like Shakira," and then just like they're like that dry like white brother humor where it's just like subtly roasting each other, but like not really reacting to it. And then Peyton has a big, like, making big head jokes to Peyton. And every now, like, I love that. It does make me happy that, like, since the Giants suck so much, I was like, at least nobody can take away my Eli Manning joy anymore. Like, the Giants used to be really good at that. Because I love Eli Manning with all my heart, but the Giants fucking suck. And so, like, that hurts. That hurts. Eli, he's on his own now. I still just love him by himself. Like, the Giants can't ruin Eli right now. Like, I'm happy.
That's true.
Eli flipped off. He flipped the bird. Thought he was like, I'm sure they can blur this out, right? Like, he obviously not really used to live TV. I mean, they can blur this out, and he's flipping off the camera. And no, they didn't blur it out. And I was watching that as he did. I was like, yeah, they're not blurring it out. And then he comes back from the commercial break. He's like, I just would like to start off before we get back to the game. I apologize. Apparently they didn't blur it out. And I apologize to anybody offended. It was like the most just like, I don't give a fuck apology, but it was like, it's okay, Eli. Don't worry about it, dude. It's fine.
Peyton just sitting there like gently prodding him into fucking doing it, knowing that I'm going to get my brother in trouble.
Do it, Pate. Or do it. I like that they call each other E and Pate. Like, I feel like we're hanging out with them, even though I'm just watching them through my TV screen. The Manning broadcast should be like, charge me for it in the off weeks. I'll pay for it. I don't care.
And everyone's just sitting there going, hey, Peyton, what's in your cup? And he's like, don't fucking worry about what's in my cup.
Which was clearly he was drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Like, Peyton was clearly sipping on some whiskey. But I want the Manning boys to get a little, I want them to get a little tipsy, you know?
Right? That'd be so good.
Where they're just drinking all day during like a Sunday slate of games. Throw them on Red Zone, just interacting with each other as they're cutting in and out of games. Like, I don't care. Like, let them get a little tipsy. I want to hear Peyton throw a few F-bombs out there. I like that.
Peyton roasting quarterbacks. You fucking suck. Why'd you throw that ball?
And it was the Cowboys
coverage.
Which, like, I hate the Cowboys with all my heart. You guys know this. I don't want to say anything positive about that, but the Cowboys did look good for a majority of the time on Monday night, and it killed me. But they were looking good against the Eagles, so it was like, fuck the Eagles, but also I hate the Cowboys too. But just like when like Eli refused to say the name Cowboys, he just said, well, Dallas. And it was like he was like sickened to have to say Dallas. And then they showed Eli did sign the wall because he won the first game in that stadium. That was cool. I always like where they get to throw back to like almost every broadcast. It's like, well, you did beat Brady twice. I was like, yeah, he did. Fuck yeah. Those are two of the happiest days of my life. Thank you for bringing that up because I want to kill myself when I think of my team normally. But thank you, Eli, for giving me two memories that will make me not do that. And it's great. But then that was one of the reasons Eli was back, because that was when he achieved national treasure status. Just like Peyton's always awesome. Peyton's the better Manning. I get it. To you guys, he like Eli's my Manning, but I get Peyton is everybody's favorite Manning. Whatever. Eli's just awesome, and like where Peyton's the analytical guy, I like that Eli's just like the silly dude that just is kind of like for for comedic effect.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton's just like, he's the perfect older brother that like, no matter what you do, you're going to be in his shadow a little bit because he's funny, he's engaging, he's a good actor, he's a fucking Hall of Fame football player, he's great on TV. So no matter how great Eli is, of course you're going to be overshadowed by Peyton and that gigantic forehead. But Eli's great too. Now I'll say, yeah, he very well might be a national treasure right now. I'd say at the very least he's on the fringe of it. I'll give you that. Because Eli is so fucking great.
He will be by the end of this season on the Manning because of the Manning broadcast.
Hey, he keeps flipping off the cameras. Who knows? You know,
just do it every week.
That's what Eli is. He's the wild card.
Cunt. He should drop a cunt. Like, just like do one thing that's a little edgy. He's like, I mean, what are you, fucking cunt, Peyton? And it's like, what?
That's
like,
what
that'd be funny.
Cooper lost his title as the wild card brother. It's now Eli.
Cooper's awesome. I wish it was the three of them. I mean, it's cool that they have guests on, but sometimes like I don't care.
Like, here's what I'm happy about is I don't usually get home from work until after halftime, so I didn't have to watch LeBron because I don't fucking ever care again about anything LeBron does.
So,
he's such a douche.
It was actually a good interview.
But, like,
it wasn't that bad, but I was just like, fuck you.
But like, it was great having like Nick Saban on there. He was like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't really get to watch NFL because I break film down from noon to 10 o'clock on Sundays. But I came here to do this with you. And, you know, I always wished I had gotten to coach a Manning. Who knows? It just basically like, give me Arch. Arch is mine. Why are we playing this game? Arch is coming to me.
If you don't know, Arch Manning is Cooper Manning, the older Manning brothers' son. He is, I think, a junior in high high school right now. He's gonna 100,000% be the number one recruit in the nation going to college, and probably gonna be a number one overall draft pick, I would imagine. But yeah, everybody wants to. They're highly recruiting him, and Cooper and the Manning family they're keeping him very tight to their vest, like what he's doing. And I don't think they let him talk to like colleges until this year.
Yeah, he did say he went on a trip to Georgia.
Like they would ask him to like go for visits, and he's like,
Yeah, he went to Georgia recently, and he said it was the coolest camp he's ever been on. He's like, the environment here is just awesome, and everyone in his family was like, man, fuck you, Tennessee and Ole Miss. But eventually when he visits Alabama, Saban just gonna be like, are we really gonna play this fucking game?
do you want to
Like
win
Arch.
ring? Here's 87 trophies. Do you want these or no?
Here's the thing though. I actually don't really see him going to Alabama because what if? Because Alabama's going to keep getting top quarterback recruits. What if somebody beats him out and he has to transfer? Arch Manning ain't going to transfer anywhere.
Arch Manning, Arch Manning would be immediately the most like that kid. Even if he fucking sucks, like he's set in college because he can go anywhere. Like if you're, my name is Arch Manning, like your last name is Manning, please come here. Like he's got an immediate invitation from Ole Miss and Tennessee if he ever transfers. So it won't matter. He'll start the next year.
Yeah. But if he does go to Alabama, it doesn't matter how bad he is. As long as he's the starter, he's got so much talent all around him.
Yeah, and he'll look awesome. So yeah, I feel like I would say he may go to Alabama.
But also, he's a smart kid, and I think he's going to value his really value his education. So I think actually his best move would be go to Notre Dame. Is the one thing that they've been on the precipice.
He's not Catholic.
You don't have to be. This isn't BYU. You don't have to be a Mormon, or at least actually you don't have to do that either. But you do have to follow the rules. But Notre Dame, the one thing they've been missing, we've been drafting getting the offensive lineman in the league, defensive lineman.
Pine and Cone, dude. What are you talking about?
But no, this will be in a couple years though.
Their quarterbacks' their last names are Pine and Cone.
The one thing Notre Dame has been missing is an elite quarterback. If they get that, we can play with anybody in the nation. Not this year because our line is a little sus. But if Arch Manning went to Notre Dame, how great would Arch Manning look every single Saturday on NBC in the golden helmet? Bring Notre Dame, dude. He would be a legend forever if he brought Notre Dame their first national championship.
He's going to an SEC school. He's going to an SEC school.
I know, but shut up. Let me dream.
He's going to go LSU.
Yeah, watch. After they fire Orgeron and make Peyton the head coach. Orgeron.
He's going to go to LSU. But talking about Arch Manning though, I was watching and circling back to Eli. He was talking about he does Peyton has Peyton's places on ESPN Plus. Eli has Eli's places on ESPN Plus, where he just talks to like college football coaches. And he was saying that they used to just be like, in the beginning, they would be like, hey, yeah, we got like 20 minutes. You can meet us up here on the campus and knock it out. Like in between his workout. And you can talk to the coach, and then that's it. That's all the time we have. And he's like, now I started being like, well, I actually do have a nephew that I think you guys are looking at. And they're like, we got 4 hours, whatever you want to do. You want to go out to coach's house? Do you want to have dinner with his wife? Like whatever you want, like you got it. Can we talk to Arch? Is Arch there? And yeah, so that'll be like, you're going to have so many like comparisons when Arch is in college, but I'm excited for it. And I love the Mannings. So
I'm surprised Arch doesn't have every single game of his on ESPN.
I am too. But I just will please don't ever let him be a Cowboy or an Eagle.
No.
Please don't let
See, this actually works out almost perfectly to where once Love has the job in Green Bay, by the time Arch is coming out, it'll be around that time of, well, maybe this isn't working out. So if Love isn't the guy, then the Packers can just get Arch Manning.
I could say that about Danny, but I'm not going to say that about Danny because I believe in my quarterback.
Oh, no, I'm saying just the hypothetical if. Now, we all know Jordan Love is going to be a Hall of Famer. It's just what the Packers do.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones will be too.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Jim.
Does Aaron Rodgers have any interceptions this season?
Yes, he's got 2.
That's crazy because Daniel Jones has none, so that's pretty good.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any fumbles. How many fumbles does your guy have?
1. He has 1.
How many has he lost and recovered, though?
Doesn't matter. As long as you recover it, that's all that matters. And just again, Daniel Jones is not the
Is the
problem for
fastest-
the Giants.
Yeah,
not
he's the
problem for
fastest quarterback in
Giants.
the league. He's the fastest quarterback in the league.
Faster than Lamar Jackson. People forget
That's
that.
true. We
He's
don't.
my king, and I love him. I love Daniel Jones. I love Eli. I love Daniel Jones. But it was also Eli's jersey retirement, which just was one more reason. Like the Giants are like not cool always until they win a game, which is going to be very difficult since they have the most difficult remaining schedule in the league. But they had Eli jersey retirement. Like nobody's ever gonna wear number 10 on the Giants, and the Giants still shat the bed. So I was like, not a great look for the rest of the season. If you can't get up for like Eli Day, what are you gonna get? Like we're fucked.
Well, you can beat
Eli
the
Day
Eagles.
against a shitty fucking team. Maybe.
The Eagles only call
I
run
don't know.
plays
I'm
9% of the time.
I'm broken at this point.
I think
it's too
that
early in the season.
Let's
And
move
I'll buy
on.
back.
We covered enough
I'll
of
buy
this.
back, but I'm
We're
broken.
just-
But Eli Manning, national treasure. All right, just everybody.
I'll agree. You know what? I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree. Eli's
Manning
great.
is a goddamn national treasure. All right, that's about all we got. Oh, except for the Pass the Gravy athletes. They're back. I don't know if you guys heard the Sam Houston State Bearcats, aka the #1 ranked football team in football, college football, FCS college football, doesn't matter. Ryan Humphreys, greatest holder of all time. He was college football's best holder of the year last year. Those are just facts. He has an award for it. And then Cody Crest leads Sam Houston in receiving. I said Cody Crest.
I said Goody. Goody
Right.
Crest.
Goody Crest. We also call him Goody Crest. He leads Sam Houston in receiving. He's the best receiver in college football. And I'm just going to say in all of college football. But they have a rivalry game against Stephen F. Austin. If you don't know anything about that, is the oldest rivalry in college football. I think I talked to him a little bit about that. But they're playing Stephen F. Austin this weekend at NRG Stadium. It would be super sick if you guys in the Gravy Gang wanted to come support the Pass the Gravy athletes. I think tickets are $15 to $30. Like they're very cheap tickets, lower bowl tickets, and we're gonna have a little Gravy Gang tailgate. All you gotta do is head over. Just Google Battle of the Piney Woods tickets, and you can get your tickets. I'm sitting behind the Sam bench. I'm gonna be rowdy. I'm gonna be supporting our boys, and they've won 9 straight times against Stephen F. Austin. They're going to go for win number 10. The last time that I couldn't post about the loss that we had against Stephen F. Austin 11 years ago because Instagram didn't exist. So I couldn't post on Instagram about losing to SFA. So since Instagram's been alive, Sam Houston's never lost. It's just a crazy stat that I want to throw out there for you. But it's pretty nuts that they've had such a long streak. Sam Houston's the #1 team in the country, and they're playing SFA, who I think is number 25 now. But we talked to them about the rivalry, and I had some other awesome questions. But these are our boys, Cody Crest and Ryan Humphreys from Sam Houston State University, our Pass the Gravy athletes. Get those tickets at Battle of the Piney Woods tickets. Just Google that. Get the tickets there. They're $15 to $30. Let me know you got your tickets, and I'll hit you up with where we're going to tailgate, and we'll have a little Gravy Gang tailgate to go support the boys. Here we go. These are our Pass the Gravy athletes. That interview with Ryan Humphreys and Cody Crest was brought to you by our good friends at Alamo Remedy CBD, the best CBD money can buy. All you got to do is head over to alamoremedy.com. Make sure you use our promo code PTG at checkout, and you're going to get 10% off your order, whether you want the CBD gummies, the cucumber melon lotion. That's my favorite. I got, I told you guys I have weak ankles. I have wankles. Rub them on the ankles when I do any athletic activity. I'm feeling like $1 million. The next day they have the tincture oil that you can put under your tongue. They also have the capsules, and they do have the hemp flour. Almost all of their stuff is priced at $17.99. The hemp flour is $19.99, and they have they've got their CBD lip balm that is $9.99. I promise you, it's the best CBD that you can buy. If you don't like it, let them know. I get it, and if you don't like it, just you I don't know what was up, but you will like it. They are the best. Alamo Remedy CBD, the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy. Give them a follow on Twitter at Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. Give them a follow. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. But they hook us up. Those guys are awesome. They support the pod. They've been supporting the pod for a while. If you want a reputable CBD place to go to. You don't have to go into a store. You can just order it. Use promo code PTG, 10% off your order, almoremedy.com, at Almo Remedy and at Almo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy podcast. That's who brought you that interview. Now let's move on to the PTG Picks segment, which, we do have another ad that's brought to you by our good friends at Bee's Knees Honey Company. Love Bee's Knees Honey Company. If you need any honey or honey products, go to beeskneesHoneyCompany.com. They're also on Twitter and Instagram at Bees Knees Honey 1 and at Bees Knees Honey Co. If you want bottled honey, they have the honey straws. Their honey and the methods that they come in. The honey straws are my personal favorite. It just avoids having to like spoon in like a spoonful of honey or anything like that. It's awesome to take to work. If you drink tea at work, throw that bad boy in there, and you cut the top of it off. You just put that, you put the honey in there. They have all kinds of awesome flavors. My personal favorite is the root beer flavored honey.
So good.
I could just I could just eat the straw, like just suck the honey out of the straw. It's that good. I promise you, you will not regret the honey from there. They have natural agave now. They have caramel, lime, wildflower, Pacific Northwest, blackberry, lemon, organic clover honey, fair trade coffee blossom, the root beer, like I told you, that's my favorite. Habanero, if you want a little kick to it. Cinnamon, mango honey, sour strawberry, peach, California orange blossom, mint. There's a flavor for everybody. Get a smorgasbord. Get a whole smorgasbord of them all. They also have dog treats that are awesome. They have beard butter. If you want your beard to be looking nice and silky smooth, Pat uses the beard butter every single day. I love the beard butter as well. Bee's Knees Honey Company. They're the best. They have royal jelly. They have pollen capsules. If you got allergies this time of year, I know the seasons are changing. Maybe you do have some allergies. Grab the pollen capsules, especially if you live in the Houston area. You pop one of those bad boys. It'll help fight those allergies all day long. Bees Knees Honeycompany.com, guys. Let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy podcast, so that you're part of the Gravy Gang. Bees Knees Honey 1 on Twitter and at Bees Knees Honey Co. on Instagram. Bees Knees Honey Company, the official sponsor of our Pass the Gravy Picks segment that we will begin right now. Pat, congratulations. We both went 2-1 last week.
Woo!
First winning week for both of us on the season. We don't need to get into what we bet, but we did go 2-1 a piece.
Should have been 3-0. Fucking Raiders. They should have had that game. They pissed it away. And then the
Raiders did fuck you.
They could have went and scored the touchdown at the end too, but they fucking kneeled on it, kicked the field goal. That's a defeatist attitude. Raiders canceled.
Raiders did fuck you. I will give you that. But on the season, I am 5-4. You are 4-5. Very close so far. Why don't you lead us off? 3 picks. They got to be against the spread or over unders. What you got?
All right. My first one, Carolina +5. My first dog that I'm taking of the year. I know I'm a slut for favorites, but I'm taking the dog here. Carolina +5 over Dallas. I know it's in Jerry World. I know Dallas is coming off that big win over a division rival. The Eagles ran the ball 3 times with the running backs that game. Only 9% of their plays were runs. They just didn't even try to stay in it with Dallas. It was just a gross game.
It was a weird system that they were running.
It was a gross game. Yes, Dallas did look good. And hand up, I've talked shit about Dak for years. I've said he's fucking terrible. He's actually looking good this year. He's not he's not super overthrowing all of the time. He's not missing wide open slants. I mean, he still is doing it from time to time, just not as often. But Carolina's actually looking really good. I know they don't have McCaffrey. They don't have McCaffrey. I think they actually might have lost one of their safeties last week too. But 5 just feels like a big number. If they're going to lose, I think it's going to be a very close game.
I don't know. I feel like Dallas was kind of clicking. Dallas does this sometimes where they have like a 4 or 5 game stretch where like Dallas is really good. And then they just Dallas. They're going to suck at a certain point. Like, I'm not worried about the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. I just think that this is that they're going to go on a run. Dak is awesome statistically. I don't think in like clutch moments in the playoffs, he's going to be the one to get it done. But yeah, I'm excited for the fallout of that.
Their pass rush is really good. Diggs is really good at corner.
Well, what's it? Is it Isaiah? Is it? Simmons,
No,
the Clemson guy, number 11.
no. Wait, no. No, didn't think I got drafted by
Micah
Arizona?
Parsons. Is it Mike?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
Isaiah
no,
Simmons went to
no,
Arizona.
they're both those are both Clemson guys, and they were both guys I wanted the Giants to draft. I guess that I got them mixed up. But yeah, see, Parsons, number 11 on the Cowboys.
After a big win like this,
He can play everything. He's awesome.
He's drafted as a linebacker. They're like, we need you to be a D end, and he's fucking amazing at D end. But this feels like, especially after a big win, looking really good a couple weeks ago. This feels like a multiple turnover game for Dak to me.
I mean, I love that. If that happens, I hope that happens.
Like I said,
I didn't feel safe, but I think Dallas is in that thing right now. I would have gone Dallas. I just don't want to pick Dallas.
I don't know. I think Carolina keeps it close one way or the other. I don't see this being
I hope so.
A touchdown margin game. My next one, this scares me because it feels like the easiest pick of all time. Tom Brady revenge game in New England -6.5. I think they win by like 21 easy. Like their defense is just going to terrorize Mac Jones.
I can see that. I could see that. I can't tell you how close I was to taking this also. I don't know. My brain looks at like emotions, the emotions of like, oh, you got Brady back. You're going to let Brady come back and beat us. Belichick is going to want to beat Brady more than he wants to beat anybody else this season, I feel like.
Fact.
And I think Tampa Bay wins. If we were going straight up winner, I think I would go Tampa Bay. I feel like this is going to come down to like, oh, God damn it. Brady is down. And he's gonna bring his team down the field, and he's gonna beat Belichick and the Patriots at the end. This feels like a 4-point victory.
No, I think this is easily a touchdown victory. No, I think this is easily a touchdown victory.
I could also see it going that way, but my in my brain as I was trying to be like, this is why I should pick this bet. I just feel like the Patriots are going to be like, we have too much pride to do this. Belichick's going to throw everything he has at this game.
Yeah. My one trepidation for it though, is that last week was the first time Brady had to deal with crowd noise since joining Tampa. And it was loud. I don't think crowd noise was really what affected that game, but it does affect your offense, and the Rams are really good, but New England, it's going to be fucking loud there. It's going to be fucking loud in that stadium. And it's not like it's bad weather yet. Not that it would affect Tom Brady. You know, he played his whole fucking career there. Shit. But yeah, I don't see any way that New England keeps this within a touchdown. Just Mac Jones, as bad as he looked last week. You know, Tampa's got a really good defense. Tampa's got a really good defense. And they're going to be angry after. How many times does Tom Brady lose 2 games in a row? And not that we're saying that's going to happen, but it's just, I don't know. I think Tampa easily covers 6.5.
I think it's a good pick. I couldn't do it.
My last one, and I'm trying not to do this year where I just always take the Packers.
But you are.
But they're looking really good. They're -6.5 versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looks fucking awful. Ben Roethlisberger can't play quarterback anymore.
This feels like a trap, dude.
It does.
My brain looks at it this way.
I agree.
Whatever the easiest bet is the biggest trap that week. Every single time. Arizona was a fluke on that last week, but they tried to fuck us in that game. But this seems like 6.5. I feel like they win by a field goal. I feel like they do the exact same thing they did against the 49ers. Similar to that. I don't think that they beat them by more than a touchdown.
Here's the big thing with it too.
Is TJ Watt coming back?
No, that defense looks completely different without TJ Watt, and he's not ready to come back yet. So that's a big part of this for me. But Roethlisberger, the Packers' run defenses look better the last 2 weeks after they just looked awful week 1. Like just got it ran down their throat. They didn't look great week 2 either, but there was a little improvement. And granted, last week they played the fucking Lions. But like, unless Najee Harris puts the whole team on his back for Pittsburgh, The Packers haven't had a great pass rush, but we've been getting after it a little bit more. Roethlisberger isn't Roethlisberger of old, where he can just stand in the pocket and shrug off people trying to take him down.
He's dying.
He still can't move, but he's not shrugging off sacks anymore. He's just he can't. He literally can't fucking move anymore. He fell down.
He loves the check down, and I think that you guys, the middle of the field is definitely where you guys are prone to giving up plays. I'm not saying big plays, but I think they can move the ball with their tight ends. What's their new tight end? Freelander or Friedman or whatever his name is?
No fucking idea.
Bobbler or whatever. It begins with an F. He's the new guy. He's not Eric Ebron. Whatever the odds are, like him to score 2 touchdowns, like 1+ touchdown, bet that, because those are probably going to be pretty good odds. And I think that's a very good possibility. Even if the Steelers don't win the game, I think like would you say like, what is your weakest part? Like I would say your weakest part of your second or your defense is your like linebacking core and coverage. As somebody that watches the Giants, like Blake Martinez was like the one thing. Blake Martinez is out. The Giants are fucked
because our secondary is
against
nice.
Tight ends. The secondary is good. So like all those little like dink and dunk and like Roethlisberger only being able to kind of throw check down passes at this point, like tight end. Roethlisberger
but he's going to try
this weekend. Watch.
I don't think it's going to be too. I think this is another game where I think it's a multiple turnover game for Pittsburgh. I think he's going to throw at least 1 interception.
I think he throws turnovers
downfield.
But I'm just saying,
and maybe
whatever that tight end with the F is.
Could be. I don't hate that pick actually, but this one is golden for my Packers teaser right now. So it'll tease down to Packers by 0.5 point, and all you got to hit is over 38.5.
Freiermuth.
39.5. Sorry,
Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah,
Freiermuth to have 2 or more touchdowns. Bet whatever the line is on that.
Pittsburgh looks, like I said, without TJ Watt on that defense looks completely different.
I don't know. Pittsburgh is frisky. They're frisky. That defense is frisky, and I don't trust the Packers 100%. And I get more about them than I do. Just in my mind, this felt like such a trap.
It does a little bit, but also
it's like you're not even giving a touchdown. Like if it was Packers -7, I think you lay it. But it's like, why only 6.5? Why only 6.5? What do you? Yeah. What do they know that we don't know?
Yeah. And I just want to say before we get to your picks, I'm sorry about Blake Martinez, former Packer, current Giant, tore his ACL out for the year. This is going to snap his streak of 4 years in a row of over 140 tackles. Maybe the best linebacker in the league that nobody talks about.
He's the most underrated linebacker in the NFL. Without a question.
He's fucking amazing. I was so sad to see him go. We covered that when he left.
Every time there's a tackle, you're like, who? Oh, that was Blake Martinez. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have like 50 tackles a game. He was everywhere.
If you didn't know who made the tackle, you just always assumed that was probably that Blake?
Martinez.
Was that Blake?
And it was.
I wanted to extend my T's and P's on that for you. I know that hurts.
And no one gives a fuck about your fantasy football teams, but if you have like a tight end open spot, you need a tight end. Just pick whoever is the tight end that's playing the Giants, because without Blake Martinez, they are going to fucking eat. So if you're on a bye week or whatever going forward, they're playing the Giants. Grab that tight end. You're set. All right. I almost took 2 of those bets. The Packers bet just seemed too good to be true. The Tampa Bay bet, it was the exact same way. I'm not feeling super confident. I hated the lines this week. I really hated the lines.
Yeah.
Fuck the Giants right now. I'm really mad at them. I'm really frustrated. Hopefully I'm jinxing the Giants and they win this game, but I don't see any chance that the Giants are within 10 points of New Orleans. Like Jameis Winston could have a shit game, but I don't like laying points up to like 8. After like 7 points, I'm always hesitant to lay those points. I'll lay the 8 points, take the Saints. Saints are going to blow the doors off the Giants. And I just, honestly, if the Giants just could get blown out, and not break my heart at the very end of the game and not give me hope, that is better for me. Instead of just ripping my heart out constantly week in and week out, losing on 2 consecutive weeks on game-winning field goals for the other team because the defense can't get it done. I think the Saints blow the shit out of the Giants. Saints -8 over the Giants. That's my first pick. Then I'm going to go Washington.
Is the funniest thing. I want to just tack on to that for people to hear this. Jameis Winston now has 7 touchdown passes on the year. He's got 378 yards.
How many interceptions does he have?
After this game, 2. He had 2 in the second game. His high passing yardage for the year was 148 week 1 against the Packers.
Alvin Kamara is gonna.
Week 2, he threw for 111, and against New England, he threw for 128 yards.
Daniel Jones never thrown an interception this year. Just point that out again.
How long until Sean Payton goes, dude, I'm so sick and tired of this guy. We're going with what's his fucking name?
They don't go with Taysom. They don't.
I mean, if they start losing
Taysom's
games
not a starting quarterback.
because Jameis is
They're
throwing
not
these
going to. They're fine.
ridiculous. But
I
like,
don't
still
think Jameis is the problem.
Dude, he should have another interception. Last week, he was like being dragged down and just lobbed a ball up in the air into triple coverage in the end zone, and his receiver just went up and got it. Jameis is ridiculous. Now, I don't think he's like the whole problem, but also no way you win a playoff game with Jameis Winston as your quarterback. The way he's playing right now.
The Saints win the Super Bowl. I think the Saints go to the playoffs. I think the Saints are going to be a really good team.
I don't know if they do. I think Carolina kicks the shit out of them the way both these teams are playing right now.
Maybe, but yeah, I don't. I think the Giants get blown out.
I fully agree with that.
Saints -8. That's my first pick. Then I'm going to go Washington football team -1.5 over the Falcons. The Falcons would be 7-point underdogs if the Giants had played defense this past weekend. I will say this: the Falcons would be 7.5-point underdogs if Adoree Jackson had hands and could have held on to a fucking football that was thrown right to him by the wrong quarterback, by Matt fucking Ryan. Matt Ryan is the reason the Giants didn't lose by 20 to a shitty Falcons team. Matt Ryan is a fucking liability. Washington's defense sucks, but I think that they kind of figure it out.
31st in the league. But Matt Ryan is the most.
This is a get right week.
He's the most sackable quarterback.
And they have. You could argue they have the best front four.
Except Jack Del Rio is the most unimaginative defensive coordinator in the league right now.
He's in Denver.
Or what? Not fucking Jack Del Rio. Fuck. What's Washington's goddamn defensive coordinator name? I don't know why the fuck I said Jack Del Rio.
Isn't he in Denver? Maybe it is Jack Del Rio then.
Wait, no, it is Jack Del Rio. Don't make me doubt myself. Fuck you.
Why did I think he was in Denver?
I don't know. But yeah, he just lines up and shows you exactly what he's doing. But like I said, Roethlisberger can't move. Then if like Matt Ryan cannot fucking move.
Just Washington, though, feels like an every other week team. Like every other week, you're going to get a good effort by the Washington football team. And then every other week, you're also going to get a shitty effort by them. So this is the other week.
How long till Fitzmagic?
Because they
that's when I'll check back.
I don't know. I think Heineke gives you better options than Fitzmagic. Fitzmagic can't run as much. I think Heineke is not as bad as a lot of people think. But laying 1.5.
No, he's not. But he's a backup.
But this is only because Atlanta won last week and Washington got blown out by the Bills. I think the football team gets the job done this week. I think they went outright and I think they win easily. I'm going to take Washington football team -1.5 over the Falcons. And then my final pick, I hated doing this one. I hated these lines this week. Kansas City -7 over the Eagles. The Eagles are dead. I think the Eagles and the Giants are in a very same boat, but are a very similar boat. And just like you can't stop anybody. And I think the Chiefs have sucked against the spread. As of late, this is a get-right game for the Chiefs. Losing 2 straight, there's no chance that they lose 3.
Their defense sucks too, though.
Hospitalized. Andy Reid hospitalized after their loss last week. You don't think the team's going to play for Andy Reid? You don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to fucking light up this fucking team? Patrick Mahomes is going to go for like 1 billion yards. Chiefs win this one easily. Chiefs win this by double digits. Lay the 7. Chiefs -7 over the Eagles. So to recap our picks, Pat has Panthers +5 over the Cowboys, Bucks -6.5 over the Patriots, and the Packers -6.5 over the Steelers. I have Saints -8 over the Giants, Washington football team -1.5 over the Falcons, and the Chiefs -7 over the Eagles. That has been our PTG Picks segment.
Also, an extra one for you guys. This doesn't count towards anything, but if Justin Fields starts, take the Lions plus the points. +3. I don't know what the line will be at there. Dan Campbell's going to play hard, and Bears are a fucking mess right now.
I bet Pat Freiermuth to score 2 touchdowns for the Steelers.
Nope.
The odds will be worth the payout.
Probably.
It'll probably be plus 2,000.
Probably.
So take that.
He's got 1 touchdown in his career, but yeah, bet for him to have fucking 2.
He's not played a lot, but watch him.
There you go.
He'll bounce back. He'll bounce back. Okay, let's move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment, brought to you by our good friends at F Your Liver. It's a new Houston-made drinking game where you might have to quick draw your finger guns. Pew, 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 pew. You may have to salute the general. You may have to recite the alphabet backwards. You could have to pull your arms back and roar like a T-Rex. Who knows what you're going to have to do? You got to grab some friends, grab some drinks, shuffle the cards, place the deck down, and take turns flipping over the top card and do what it says. It's not one of those games where you just grab a random deck of cards and it's, what do queens mean? What does 8 mean? What is 4 for? They have all the cards have something. Let's pull out a random card and we're gonna do what it says. Robert, you're gonna do what it says. It says pick someone to punish. They must chug their drink until you say stop. If they finish their drink before you stop them, the roles are reversed and you are at their mercy. Okay, so Pat, chug your drink. Stop.
Done, bitch.
Yeah,
Beat ya.
Stop.
Rolls are reversed. You gotta
All
go. Stop. I said stop already. Yeah,
okay.
as soon as I picked mine up, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna win this because I have about 2 sips left in the spear.
Yeah, I had about a half a beer left, but whatever. So yeah, F Your Liver, awesome card game, guys. It's got 54 unique cards, each with its own exciting rule. It features Livy, the liver, as a visual reference to help you quickly learn the game. Just like that. I read Pat the card. That's as simple as it is. You're not having to figure out what does the 8 of hearts mean compared to this. You're not having to ask people what it means. It fucking tells you. It's awesome. If you've been drinking, I mean, obviously be responsible, but this is an awesome little fucking like hangout game. Everybody's staying in the same place. You got some friends coming over for the weekend, hanging out. Play this game. This is going to be awesome. And it's super cheap. Just go to fyourliver.com. That's the letter F, yourliver.com, or search F Your Liver card game on Amazon and use our promo code. If you go to fyourliver.com, use promo code LIVY21. That's LIVY 21 at fyourliver.com. You're going to get 10% off your order. F Your Liver. Give them a follow on Instagram at F Your Liver, all one word. F Your Liver, the best card game in the world and the best drinking game in the world, and the official sponsor of our What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, this week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our buddy Jonathan Frederick at John Freds on Twitter, and he says, if Jesus lived in America, where would he live and why? Would he live in the desert like up in Arizona? Would he live in the woods of South Dakota and be a mountain man? Maybe in New York City, where he'd be a businessman wearing a suit to work every day? Where would he live?
Texas, it's better than everywhere else.
Rob, what
God
do you
bless
think?
Texas with his own hand, brought down angels from the promised land, gave them a place where they can
I knew
dance.
you would
If
say-
you
like,
want
I
to find
knew
heaven,
Pat's
buddy,
answer.
here's your chance. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless Texas.
Rob,
Also,
what do you think?
we've got the wine country, so you combine that too. And Jesus,
California has wine country.
yeah, but California also tries to break away and fall into the ocean and set itself on fire every 10 minutes. He's going to be Texas, and he's going to be a winemaker.
Robert, what do you think?
Jesus was not a big fan of the government regulating him. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some regulation here. I think
No, he's not a woman. He's not a woman. He's not being regulated. He's
But
okay.
He's pro-woman. He is pro-woman.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's gonna be tired of desert. I think he's gonna want to live somewhere like on the beach. Can he go Puerto Rico?
That is an American territory. I like that. But I feel like Jesus is going to want to be with the masses.
You know what he might
So,
do?
like,
He might walk
Florida?
across the country with Mike Posner.
What, Florida? I think Jesus, like, Florida needs a lot of Jesus, too.
I was about to say,
So, like,
we all
Jesus
know
has the
Florida could use
beaches.
Jesus.
He's got the beaches. I think there's a little bit of everything in there.
I could see Jesus being a Nolans man. I could see Jesus being a Cajun.
I don't see it.
I don't
I
know.
would say
It's
there's
just a
one place he's not
gut
going to be.
feel.
It's New Orleans.
Maybe like a lobster fisherman up in Maine.
They call New Orleans Sin City. You know what he doesn't do is sin, not his place.
Sounds like they could use some Jesus.
They don't call it Sin City. They call it the Big Z. That's Las Vegas. He definitely wouldn't be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, like you said, he's done, I think he's done with the desert.
I just walked that back real fast.
Yeah, and I didn't even fucking catch it. That's how dumb I am. I don't know.
California would be the perfect place for him too, because it is a desert, but it's also got a beach, like a cool beach.
I think he wants to be closer to the center of America, somewhere in there. So, like, take away the coast. I don't think he wants to be that far from either side of the country. I think Texas, we're dead center. He can also go down to Mexico, have a little fun. You know, they're big fans of Jesus down there. They love Jesus.
True.
I'm telling you, Texas, hill country, winemaker.
You're selling me on that. I think, Texas Hill Country would be where he lived.
Texas in a big old cowboy, Jesus in a big old cowboy hat.
He wouldn't wear a cowboy hat. Would not wear a cowboy hat.
Nope, he would not wear
Oh, but he would have those sandals that are like that made to look like cowboy boots, where it's a boot all the way down to the ankle and then it's a sandal.
Yeah, he would have those.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So Texas, the hill country.
All right, now here's what else we got to figure out, because we got what he's going to wear. What would the name of his wine be?
I don't know.
Water.
That's actually a great name.
No.
Blood
Water
of me.
2. Water, the number 2, because it'd be water to wine. And we would just be like, I get it.
I like just water better. You know, you don't have to lead them to it. It's like, if you get it, you get it.
No, but water 2, it's water, like we spell water going down, and then where the W is TWO is like, it makes a cross as the logo.
Or you could just do water and the T is a cross.
Fuck, yeah, you could do that. I like water too, because it's water to wine. Yes, that's a great name though, Robert. I'll go with Robert. I'll go with Robert's name.
Nothing else I'm coming up with in my head is even close to water.
No, that's great. That's just simple. It's to the point. It's JC. That's JC. He's a simple guy.
Yeah.
You know? He doesn't want to think too much into it. He's got a lot going on. But yeah, that was our What Would Jesus Do segment. If you have a situation you would throw Jesus into in today's times, hashtag PTG WWJD at @PassAgree Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat D, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Now we're going to move along to the Not Cool segment, where we tell you guys what's not cool. And just something that happened. You know, if you stub your toe, that's not cool. If you get run over by a car, that's also not cool. Hashtag PTG Not Cool at PassAgree Pod on Twitter. Let us know what your not cool is, and we will try to get to as many of them as we can each week. Pat, will you tell everybody about our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company?
I will. And I actually made sure of this, that I wasn't completely unprepared this week. I got all my tabs pulled up and I'm ready to go, boys. What can I say? I actually, the first thing I did when we got on the call today is I held up my Bombshell Pills and I rubbed it in Alex's face, because I can keep finding it and he can't. And this shit is delicious, guys. Like every other beer that Southern Star makes, whatever you want, they got something for you. You got the Southern Star, just the original, the Bombshell Blonde. Can't beat it. I got a 12-pack in my fridge right now. I'm going to drink those on Sunday, get a little drunk, and it comes in the nice little case that you can get the 12s in, and I'm going to cut it into a fucking beer helmet. If you've never seen that before, tweet at me on Sunday, say, hey, we want the beer helmet. I'll send it out there. I'll remember. Also in the 12-packs, you can get Strawberry Blonde, the favorite of us. You know, it was so good, we actually badgered them until they started making it again. It was supposed to be a seasonal release. We said, no. Guys, come on. We all know this is the moneymaker right here. If you're a little fat like me, I'm back off my bullshit. I was on my bullshit for the last couple months, putting pounds back on, taking it back off now. Low-cal IPA. If you still need a beer at the end of the day, but don't want to be a big old fatty like me, that's your beer. Southern Brunch. If you just want something that tastes ridiculously, stupidly good, tastes like a mimosa, you got that one for you. 15 different kinds of IPAs. I already said the low-cal. You got the Conspiracy Theory, which is your straightforward IPA. Subatomico, which, as I say it out loud, I haven't had the Subatomico in a little bit. That needs to happen real fucking soon. I love that beer. Juicy IPAs, I think, are the superior IPA. You want a stout, the Buried Hatchet Stout. Weather's starting to turn. It's almost dark beer weather.
It's almost winter warmer season.
I'm gonna crush so many stouts and winter warmers. And you know what? Like I said, I got into mixing them. I can't wait to start mixing the stout. See what's out there. Like, and guys, right now the Oktoberfest. Oh, so good. You know what? I'm gonna throw a not cool in the middle of this ad. Fuck you, Specs. Trying to get Oktoberfest in the restaurant. They can't even fucking give us a keg of anything. That company sucks. You know who doesn't suck? Southern Star. They're the best. They make the best beer. And if you need something to do this weekend, I got it pulled up right here, guys. Another great event. Alex, what's the best country in the world?
I'm pretty sure it's the United States of America.
I would say it's
Ever heard of it?
America. And this Saturday, from 12 to 4 or 12 to 7, barbecue for America 4. Fourth year in a row they're doing this. It's an event by Casualties of War Houston. So, it's a great cause. It raises money for veterans, law enforcement, first responders, their families. Teams from all over Texas are coming to the barbecue cook-off. You can enter too if you want. You'll have a chance to eat each team's barbecue and vote for the People's Choice Award. You got live music, concessions, vendors, kids activities. If you've been out to one of these before or any of their events, you guys know it's a great time, great beer. You can try a bunch of different beers, try ones you haven't had before. There's usually like a tap room only beer, so you can feel extra special. Get that one out there. If you want to participate, I had it in here somewhere. Actually, it might be too late now. I don't know. Hit them up. They can tell you. $30 per wristband, age 11 and up, all you can eat barbecue. $30 for all you can eat barbecue is a stupid good deal, especially when you got teams coming in from all over the state. Dude, just drown yourself in brisket. It's the best way to go. It's only $20 if you're the immediate family of a veteran, law enforcement, or first responders.
Awesome that is $20. I mean, and yeah, you got to be an immediate family, but like $20 for barbecue. Like you go to a barbecue restaurant. Robert, remember when we tried to sample barbecue and it was like $1 million every time you went? $20 for like barbecue like that? That's insane. That's insane.
Wait, it gets better.
What?
If you are a veteran, law enforcement, first responder, $10 all you can eat barbecue.
That's
and guys, because Southern Star is for the family, it's free for kids 11 and under.
What a great brewery. Tell me about a brewery.
It's a family event. And like I said, you're doing a good job. It's Casual War Houston,
love Southern Star so much.
You're doing something good for the people that keep us safe and respond. Like you got fire. You guys know. You're not going to be like they put on the best events. They
October
do it for great
16th,
causes.
Looking ahead.
Great beer.
October 16th. I am going up to Southern Star that day. I'm going. It's been way too fucking long since I've been up to Southern Star. I told Keith last week, I was like, I'm going up there on the 16th. Our buddy Chris Hogan coming down from New York, former co-host of Pass the Gravy, currently one of the co-hosts on Sundays at least of Pass the Gravy Bro. He will be coming into town and we are going up to Southern Star on October 16th. So feel free to join. That will definitely be the time that I will be up there. And
two things going on
I can finally fucking taste the pills.
Yeah. First annual cornhole tournament. And it is Oktoberfest 2021.
That's exactly why we were going, because Oktoberfest.
Yeah. So
I
might have to
sure it was Oktoberfest. I just didn't want you to say it was something else that may be wrong.
Yeah. And music by the Homebrewed Brass Ensemble will be playing music that day.
Can't wait. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, those guys are awesome. We saw them last year, remember?
Yeah.
They were awesome. They got the fucking tubas. They got the fucking leader hose. Dude, there's no better Oktoberfest beer than Southern Stars. At my HEB, I like to put they have an Oktoberfest section of beer. I like to put the Southern Star Oktoberfest in front of everybody else's just because I'm like, fuck you guys. Southern Star's the best. There's Oktoberfest beers that just taste like shit because they have to put out Oktoberfest. Southern Star, there's not a bad one in the bunch. And there's something for everybody. Southern Star Brewing Company, they're the best. We love them. And there's a lot of not cools in this world. Southern Star Brewing Company is definitely not one of them. But if you do have a not cool, drink a Southern Star. It'll help you cope with it. Southern Star Brewing Company, official sponsor of the Not Cool segment. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. I'll go first. Mine's really quick. And it's a pretty minor one. The elevator in my apartment building. I have two in my building. One of them has been out for like a week now, which not a big deal. But the other day, like it kind of sucks just because you have to wait a little bit longer for the elevators. But the biggest part of the not cool was like somebody was moving a mattress the other day. Like, I don't know if they're moving in or whatever, but they were definitely moving a mattress, and like they were holding up the elevator. So I got home from work. I was on my phone, whatever, hit the button and just like waited for like 5 minutes. It was like, why is the thing not like, how many people live in this building? And like, it took a while. And then as I'm walking up the stairs, I see that they're holding it for a mattress. And I was like, that would be nice if we just had like the second elevator working, so I could have fucking gotten in that one and not just, or like if there was like a note that was like, I don't expect him to leave a note, but it's just like, if I could have known like somebody was moving a mattress and that the elevator wasn't coming, I wouldn't have just wasted my time standing there.
Also, they're fucking nuts. I don't know how it's been lately. I haven't been to your place in a while, but your elevator used to smell like pee a lot because people let their dogs pee in there. So I would not put my mattress inside that thing.
Unless you were
I don't know if it's better now.
It's definitely gotten better. Not the elevators; they just don't work half the time. But I mean, it's a little.
Holy shit! It's been over a year.
I'm not like high maintenance, I don't think, but like the fact that it's been a week and we haven't gotten somebody to come fix the elevator seems like a problem.
Alex versus his apartments is just.
I can't wait till like we move out of here and I can just tell you guys the name of it so y'all can roast them online. Like, I want the Gravy Gang to ether this fucking place.
I mean, you could do it now.
I don't, but I don't want to give away where I live.
Yeah, okay, that's a good.
I don't want to give away where I live, so that's a
good point.
But just
I
like
always forget
they're
that
like
part.
we like it's getting time for us to renew our lease, and I think we're gonna do it for one more year. But the way that they're like, hey, you can come down and sign us anytime. Like, you guys, are we gonna finish the construction we were gonna finish 8 months ago, or no? We're just gonna, because they like gutted like the place and they just never put anything back in it, so it's just kind of an empty apartment.
You should tell me, listen, I'm not famous, but I'm like semi kind of like
no,
friends
I don't
with
play
famous.
that game.
No.
You don't ever play that game? You don't play that game? You unleash that as your last ditch effort, and then they're
Let
like,
me finish.
oh, fuck.
Let me finish, Beck. And just so you know, like, I'm gonna resign because like I just need somewhere to live and I'm not ready yet. But the second I leave this place, I'm going to fucking ether you.
You don't prepare them, dude.
I'm going to napalm the ever living shit out of you. So for this last year I'm living here, you might want to try and fix some of this shit and not be god awful at your jobs fucking always.
No, they got that after the lady was in the elevator with me. Like, well, you've lived here for, what did you? And I was like, okay, you want, like, with this 30 seconds in the elevator, I'm going to tell you everything I think about this place.
This place fucking sucks and I hate them and they're terrible. And everything they change is for the worst.
I was coming home the other day, and as I was walking up the stairs, they were showing off the apartments to another family, and she did not ask me what I thought of it. I was like, probably a smart move.
You should have just leaned your head over and be like, hey, don't live here. It fucking sucks. These people are assholes.
I'm not going to go out of my way unless if you put me on the spot, I will tell them what I think. I'm trying to be nice guy, Alex. All right. Maybe if I'm nice guy, Alex, my football team will win. I don't know. But what is your not cool, guys?
You want to go, Robert?
Yeah, I'll go. So I got this is a point where I'm like prideful, and then I also don't want to get anyone else involved. I got a bike last week, and I went for a bike ride over the weekend, and our place here has a gate, like for cars, and like a walk-through gate. For the bike ride, I decided I'm going to go through the car gate because the walkway gate is super narrow and really hard to like fit anything through. So I'm just gonna make it easy. I'm gonna use my clicker to open the gate and come back. After my bike ride, I get back and I want to open the gate. I feel my pockets. I look through them. The clicker is gone. The clicker fell out during my bike ride. And so I can't open the gate to get back in.
I would say like you could try and retrace your steps, but it's not steps, it's a bike. That's a lot of ground you covered and a lot to look at.
What is, like, do you know what like the fine is to like get the clicker Get a new clicker, because I know a lot of times, like in mine, it's like they have to redo everybody else's clicker, so you basically have to also pay for that.
That's
don't know.
horse shit.
I don't know.
No, it's not, because then like literally anybody that finds your key can get into your apartment. So I get like the safety reasons. I understand.
But that's like, I mean, who's gonna find a random key and go, oh, I'm gonna visit
But
every apartment?
what if
I
it's
know in
somebody that
college-
does and follows you back and then robs everybody? Like I get why they do it. Like I can't.
know
Like
in-
it's a shitty thing that happens, but I get it.
And I get it's a college town. There's apartments everywhere, and it's blah blah blah. In college, it was like $25 because obviously they didn't redo everyone's. They just go, okay, we're gonna charge you to make a new fucking clicker. It's college apartments. There's people in and out of here all day, every day. Anyway, there's if somebody wants to rob you, we can't stop.
Basically.
Yeah, and I'm worried that it's gonna be like $100 to replace one. But so I guess
That's actually not that bad. As far as
It's not fun,
replacing
though.
these things go,
yeah, it's not fun.
It's not
not
good,
cool.
but it's
Not
not
fun.
that
Not
bad.
cool.
I guess luckily or unluckily, the walkway gate was unlocked, so I guess anyone could have gone. I just happened to try it. I'm like, I'm gonna see if this is open. It was open, so I was able to get in that way. But later in the day, I did go. I walked some of the route that I took for my bike ride to try to find the clicker. I couldn't find it. I bought a new clicker because like I said, I don't want to get anyone else involved. I'm gonna try to program
Right.
it to the gate myself. I have no idea how any of that works.
Here's what you do. Also, don't tell them you lost
YouTube,
yours,
dude.
so you can avoid having to reprogram everyone else's. Just be like, I broke mine. That way, they don't have to think
But
that.
you
Oh,
usually
I
have
have
to
to
show
remake.
them that it's broken.
I broke it and I threw it away. Wait, hold on. Did the one that you
That's an
bought?
option.
The one that you bought, does it look like the old one?
It's the exact same one.
Okay, so if you can't figure it out,
Say that. Yep.
smash that
There
one.
you go.
Like step on it and be like, it fell out of my pocket.
No,
and I stepped
just
on
say
it.
like,
and
what the
broke it."
fuck? This doesn't work. This doesn't work, and they'll program it for you. Do that.
That's smart too.
I've done that at my apartment. Like, so my old clicker, like there used to be a switch in it, and like there's like a code on the inside, and it's like 1 through 9 or whatever, and it's like either the switches are up or down. And so like, because I remember I had a screwdriver in my car because it would always like if I dropped my keys or anything, it would switch the 1-7 the wrong way, and I knew I would unscrew it, and I would like to the point where like the screw was stripped, and I had to get a new one. But like I figured it out, and I just remember going to the front. I was like, my fucking thing won't work. Fix it. And they're, well, I was like, I'm not buying a new one. You're gonna fucking fix it right now. And they would show me the code, and then I would do it, and then it would just kind of figure it out like that. But like, go in there and just like, why won't this work? I want this work, and just toss it to them. And if there were no like distinct markings or anything, they'll just.
There
program
were
it.
though. There were. That's
What
the
were
issue.
they? Like, it had the name of it.
Yeah, it had like the property managers like
Ah.
initials or whatever.
Okay, so just do you remember what they were?
Yes.
So write that
Yes.
on it and then stomp on it and be like, I fell out of my pocket and I stepped on it and crushed it. I need it. So at least that way you might have to buy a new one, but you won't have to pay to redo everybody's, you know?
I think that's a solid way to try it. I know you don't like to lie, but just say you got like robbed or something.
Snake it till you make it.
Yeah, I'll have to figure something out.
Robert's going to fucking pay the full price.
You're gonna pay the full price, aren't you?
You're too honest. All right.
I'm gonna try
That what's your not cool?
So remember last week how I said like Tuesdays I always stay up till like 4 or 5 a.m. and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, goofy, insert goofy meme. I'll fucking do it again. Fucking did it again.
That's what you did. Yeah.
5 o'clock last night. I got wrapped into video games in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and it happened. Actually, felt great when I woke up in the morning. Got a full 5 hours. That was pretty nice. But a side shot off cool of that is like when I stay up that late, my bathroom is like right next to my sister's room. So when I pee late at night, if I don't hear her TV on, I don't flush because I don't want to wake her up with it, just common courtesy. But when I go to like take a piss in the morning, my bathroom smells like piss. So that kind of sucks. That's not really
I'm
cool.
just team flush every time.
No, I am, but like I'm not gonna wake my sister
Even if
up
it's late,
at
it's
3,
Just
4.
if
But her dogs are in there too. And if
toilet
I
flushing
flush,
wakes you up, then just roll over.
but it might not wake her up, but it might wake up the dogs, and the dogs might start barking.
just go out
and
in your
that's what's
backyard then
really-
and pee.
How have I not thought of that?
You're a man.
Here's the
You're a
thing,
man.
probably because I'm pretty drunk when I'm up that late, and that's why I don't think of that. So that makes sense. Thank you. I'm going to do that from now on.
To look at forward.
That way my bathroom won't smell like pee in the morning. Also, side offshoot of this. So I've been rewatching all of the Fast and Furious movies. And I say rewatching. I haven't watched anything past
That's
5.
not cool already.
So 6 and 7, fuck you. I don't give a shit. People can shit on them all they want.
For family.
Oh, family, it's predictable. They're so stupid. Fuck you, it's fun. I don't need a lot to be entertained.
They're kind of the same.
It was
movie.
great. I also learned, I think I'm I know I've joked about this. I think I'm actually dead inside. Because
yeah, you are.
No, like I always joked about, I actually fully believe it now because I watched 7 finally, which was the final one. Everyone's seen it all on my. It's been a long day. Where like they drive away from each other at the end, and Paul Walker's dead already. And I'll man cry at like movies and shit, and be like, oh man, you know, I start to sniffle, I get little tears, I'll full on cry at some shit. I was drunk, and that was coming, and I fully anticipated I was just gonna start fucking crying. I didn't even tear up at all. And granted, I've seen it online before, and I knew it was coming. I fully anticipated full-on tears. Nothing. Especially while drunk. Yeah, I'm fucking dead inside. There's no hope for me. I'm going to die alone. I can't ever love anybody.
That, but I'm glad you're realizing it as well.
Yeah, like it was always a joke with me. But yeah, full-on believing now. If you don't cry at that, I don't care how corny you find those movies. You're a piece of shit. And I knew I was a piece of shit, but I'm also fully dead inside. Like
well,
at
ladies,
this point,
I would like to remind you there's a version of Pat Dion I remember that used to carry his girlfriend's backpack to class in high school.
I did that?
Yeah, you did.
I don't even remember that shit.
You dated, was it Alexi?
Oh,
Alexa?
Lexi. It was Lexi.
And I remember I had a math class.
Honestly,
and you like came in and brought her, like you carried her backpack because I guess she didn't want her to have to put it on her.
I may be dead inside, but I'm still chivalrous. Okay.
So, ladies, that's what Pat will do for you.
Yeah,
He'll probably carry your purse.
I'll carry heavy things and open pickle jars, ladies, but I can't promise I'm ever fully gonna love you or our children.
I think you would have to love the children, but maybe not her.
Yeah, I didn't cry at Paul Walker, man. I don't know if I can ever love anything.
If it was your child, I feel like you'd like it.
I fucking would hope so, but the fucking book is out on that one.
Book is out.
I think that's the saying. It's adjacent.
Yeah, no, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
All right, let's fucking get to the answers and wrap this shit up. We're
wrap this bad boy up. We got another podcast to record like literally right after this. All right, our answer segment brought to you by our good friends at Little M Shop. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. LittleEmShop.com. You get free shipping on orders over $10. Whether or not you want some of their new awesome fucking super soft shirts. They say cool things like just okay, main character, millennial, pretty smart, tired, weird, all kinds of awesome sayings on like, they're like pocket t-shirts almost instead of the pockets. So they have cool phrases on them. They have keychains. They have little compact mirrors for all you ladies or fellas, whatever you're into. They have all the best air fresheners in all the world. If you want to have the little fucking baby bike bitch, little like trees, like just get the fuck out of here. You know, they kill trees to make those. They don't do that to make Little M air fresheners. Don't fact check that though. They also have some awesome like to-do list stuff, like some checklists. I'm a big checklist guy. Like before I leave work, I have all these things I have to cross off before I leave. That's kind of how I do with everything in life. Like when I schedule past the gravy stuff, I have a whole checklist of stuff to do. Big checklist guy. They have like skin routine checklists for the ladies. They just have regular checklists for the dudes. They have my favorite thing maybe they have is the magnet that goes on your dishwasher. It says dirty and clean, because there's nothing worse than when you're like, oh, these are clean, right? And then you put them all in the cabinet, and then somebody comes home like, no, those are all dirty. And you're like, oh God, I don't know what's dirty and what's clean now. And you just have all kinds of stuff in your cabinet at that point. You flip it from dirty to clean, you'll know which one is which, and you'll know whether or not you need to unload the dishwasher or whether you can put more shit in it. It's awesome. LittleEmShop.com, LittleEmShop.com, free shipping on orders of $10 or more. LittleEMShop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter at LittleEMTweets and on Instagram at LittleEMShop. Let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy podcast. LittleEMShop.com. Little M Shop, the official sponsor of the Answers segment. If you have an Answers question, whether it be a high thought, something you thought of while drunk, something you saw on the internet you wanted the boys' opinion on, anything like that, maybe you want relationship advice, whatever you need, at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert's at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we find them on Twitter. We look at Twitter first, and you can also email them to us at answers@passthegravypod.com, although we do look at Twitter way before we're checking the emails. So answers@passthegravypod.com if you want to email us, but we prefer Twitter at passthegravypod, hashtag PTG Answers. This is the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester at OMG. It's Skylar. Also, happy belated Sun's Day, National Sun's Day. I know that I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and he's our podcast son. So happy National Sun's Day, son, from your two fathers. Skylar says, is golf the only sport you aim to play less of? Because the lower your score, the better you're doing. So I would say maybe.
You would think so, but no.
Bowling.
No bowling. You want to knock out more pins.
No, but you're trying to play less of it.
If you get only strikes, you're right. Ooh.
Same thing. You would think so, but no.
But bowling, you still have a higher score.
But it's the better you play. Yeah, you may have a lower score, so you're not out there as long, but you still want to play it more.
Boxing or UFC is what you would want to play less of.
Yes,
because you knock somebody out in the first round.
That's it. Because golf,
Conor McGregor,
golf,
that,
you wish you could be out there every day. Golf, you want to play every day if you love playing golf, but you've got a job, you've got kids, you've got responsibilities. You can't do it. Boxing and UFC, you want that shit over as fast as possible. Any
sort of combat sport, like Jorge Masvidal, was it Ben Askren? He did the knee knockout in. Yeah, like if you have to worry about getting your face punched in, you want to end that as quickly as possible. The knee knockout from Masvidal was like, boom, that was quick. We're done. Like McGregor, was it Aldo he knocked out? Or what's his face? I can't remember which one it was. He had the fastest knockout in UFC history.
Aldo.
Where it was just like, oh, you're done. See you later. Eddie Alvarez?
Maybe that was it. If you're a team guy, punter.
A punter. Yeah.
You don't ever want to be on the field, technically, if you're a team guy.
But this is the sport you want to play the least amount of. But you still are playing football because you're like a part of a team. I would say
but you're not actually playing.
And boxing.
I like your answer though. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I
combat sports.
I think. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me.
Or if you're an American, just any sort of running, because these colors don't run. That's also an acceptable answer.
You want to catch the golden snitch right off the bat.
That's another good one.
The real sports, I would say combat sports.
Yeah, combat sports. Definitely.
All right.
Good answer.
Next, that's a great question, Skylar. Great question, son. I'm proud of you.
Good answer. Good answer. Family Feud. Good answer.
Our next question is from Gen Z Zach Woodruff at Salsa 6800 on Twitter. He says, is a warehouse just a regular house that's experienced a full moon?
I wish I could say yes, but literally every house has experienced a full moon. Man, living in Iowa is getting real dumb.
I mean, a lot of people have experienced full moons, but only werewolves turn into werewolves during the full moon. So I think you find out if you're a warehouse when there's a full moon.
You guys want to see a full moon?
No.
Good call. Good call. Nobody wants to actually see my ass.
I know exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where I was going. I thought Robert might fall for that. I was like, don't Robert, don't do it. I think that warehouses are exact. I think it's exactly what Zach says. Like you find out who's a werewolf when there's a full moon because the guy goes full werewolf. And you're like, oh no, this guy, like, why does this guy disappear all the time? Why is Pat always disappearing on full moons? Because you got to chain yourself up so you don't go kill people. I think a warehouse is just a regular home, and then a full moon breaks out, and it's like, nope, warehouse, we store things here now.
I mean, I don't like to be the guy that just doesn't take a fun question like this and run with it, but like, I can't lie to the people. I mean, I could. I probably have on here, to be honest with you. But no, because every house sees full moons and we don't have warehouses lining the suburbs.
Well, because not everything turns into a warehouse. It's exposed, like the full moon exposes warehouses, I think.
I've never seen a building change size.
You haven't not seen it, though.
Every fucking week we get to this point, and then you say something.
I
never want to yell at you.
How would you know? How would you know when you pass a warehouse, unless you passed a warehouse at the moment that it went from a regular house to a warehouse? How would you know, Pat?
Because I've never seen a warehouse in a residential suburb. I've never been like house, Amazon shipping facility, house, igloo factory, house. I've never done that. I've lived in suburbs.
Used to live down
almost my whole life.
My brother used to live down the street. On his street, there was a warehouse.
Did you ever see it as a regular house?
I mean, but it was after a full moon. Who knows? Like, we don't know which full moon it was. At one point, there was a full moon that came along, and it went full warehouse. And there it was. It was a warehouse ever since.
I fucking hate you so goddamn much.
I think this is correct. I think warehouses are just houses that have experienced full moons at some point in time, whether or not they transform. We don't know when, but they have. You can drink all you want, but you know you're wrong, and you know I'm right.
It's the only way I can deal with you.
We'll
is
rest
alcohol.
on that.
You're making me abuse alcohol. You're turning me into an alcoholic.
That's not my problem. That's your problem. That's a you problem.
People say I've got a drinking problem, but I've got no problem drinking at all.
All right, moving on.
That's a song reference for like maybe two people. Yeah, maybe two people will understand what song that was from.
But yes, warehouses have experienced a full moon, and we don't know which full moon it was, but at some point they've changed. No. Well, you're wrong, and we're just gonna accept that. Alex O weighs in with our next question at Alex McThunder 1. He says, "Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest?" I don't know what I just said like that. Oh, would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Talk like Yoda.
Pat already breathes like Darth Vader, so I guess it would be Yoda by default.
Okay, we're doing fat jokes now. We're doing fat jokes. That's what we're doing.
Just breathing jokes.
Just a breathing joke.
I've got a small nose and I'm fat. Leave me alone, okay?
I didn't. It's not my fault.
People who have never actually seen me must think I look like a caricature thing. I say I've got small ears, small nose. I'm fat. Like my face has to look like a caricaturist artist. I'm not blue. I'm red because I'm fat.
It's a white Smurf.
No, definitely talk like Yoda because like I like to sneak up on people and scare them. It's fun. And if you breathe like Darth Vader, you can't do that.
I think I would go Darth Vader because you can just tell people you have asthma.
But you can't sneak up. Like I love sneaking up.
I don't really sneak up on a ton of people. I don't have like that's not a
I love scaring people.
Common occurrence.
It's so much fun.
You know?
It's so much fun though.
But like, if you talk like Yoda all the time, people are like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what a weirdo. Like, you're going to get a reputation for being the weirdo. It's like, have you heard how fucking Pat talks? Like, fun we will have tonight.
Cool. Less people will talk to me.
I guess if that's what you're going for, but I'm thinking like, I want to be like hanging out with people and I don't want them to be like, Alex can't talk without being weird.
Also,
Alex
I think it would be
weird. I bet, yeah, it's asthma. Ever heard of it? Excuse me.
I don't know which would be more annoying, but I know which would be which would be funnier, at least for me on this podcast. If the whole podcast, I was just sitting here going, or if like I was going off on one of my screaming rants, but all of it was missed. Like it was like the back of the sentence was at the front was at the back, and you're trying to understand what I'm saying as I'm yelling it.
Speaking in riddles.
I think that would be funnier, at least for me. I don't know if it'd be funnier for the listeners, but.
Robert, break this tie.
I think I would have to go Yoda. I
You just be the weirdo. It's like Robert talks funny.
but then
Smart you are.
Then I'm the weirdo that's always breathing like that.
Dude, think about it. You could never.
It's
just
easier
be
to
in the
say I
same
have
room as a
asthma
woman.
than like I talk like a fucking weirdo.
Dude, think about it. You're just like in an elevator or like any situation where you're like in a room with a woman and you're looking in her general direction, just going. You're gonna look like the biggest pervert in the world.
Yeah, and then you're gonna open your mouth and try and talk to her and be like, "You are good, or good you are. Morning good you have." And you're like, "What? This guy doesn't make any sense. Like that would be weird as shit."
Do you have to actually talk in the Yoda accent, or can you just be like,
No, I think you have to talk in the
"Morning
accent.
for you,
have
good"?
to have all of it. It's all of it.
Because like if you could use like an Eastern European accent, I think you could just get away with it. Like, this guy doesn't really speak English.
English isn't his first language. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I think you
if
get away
if
with
you
it.
do that, then yeah, that's it. But I don't
from
think that's, yeah.
Estonia I am.
Yeah, that would give you an out, but only for so long. And they're like, dude, you've been in America for 40 years, man. How you not figure it out? Learn how to talk, right? I don't know. You could just call him a bigot at that point. I would rather go Darth Vader, and you can be like, it's a medical condition, not like I'm just weird and I talk funny.
No, I feel like there's so many more opportunities to be called a pervert if you're Darth Vader. And plus, like, really, my main reason is I like sneaking up on people at work and scaring them. So that's just like, that's a big thing for me. If you guys don't do it, do it. It's a lot of fun.
Don't want to do that. It's weird.
It's not though.
Sneak up on people. It's
Just become the sneaky guy.
You work with people with like knives. Like that's scary.
I don't do it to the cooks. Are you out of your fucking?
I don't know. You said people at work.
I sneak up behind my boss and like waitresses and shit and just scare them. It's funny.
Yeah, and then they drop their food and like, come on, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Not while they're holding. But you know what? My favorite thing to do is like if they're talking to someone, I sneak up behind them really fucking quiet and just put like my chin almost on their shoulder and I wait and then I'll just be like, what are you talking about? Like right in their ear, like, and they freak out every fucking time. Eventually I'm going to get like headbutted in the nose. It's going to be totally worth it. It scares the shit out of them every time. I'm deceptive. Like for a guy my size, I'm deceptively quiet.
Congratulations. I saw y'all were best restaurant in the area. Y'all got
that award. Spring Woods or something. I don't know. Not Spring Woods. That's.
I just know that the Pasta Gravy account Instagrammed him. It was like, you did it. I just did the buddy. I was like, congratulations, you did it.
She's like, you did it. Now where's Pat?
Hashtag Pat for MVP was what I said.
Yeah.
Because I would argue that without Pat being there, it doesn't get done.
No, I mean people come to the restaurant to see my sick flow.
I'm gonna crash that place one day. I'm just gonna like
please
and just get wasted and just yell.
Come on,
when the Giants are that bad, I'm just gonna go and just like watch the Giants game. Like when they're on TV, I'm just like, where the fuck is Pat? Where the fuck's Pat?
Unless it's Monday Night Football, I'm not going to be there. I'm off Thursday nights and Sundays.
Good thing they play the Chiefs on Monday Night Football and the Bucks. We get two games. I know I'm going to want to kill myself during both of those. And
here's what you need to do.
I'm going to go to Jonathan's The Rub, and I'm just going to fucking drink scotch and yell at you the whole time.
Monday afternoon, after you get out of work, come and have lunch and just
I'll go before Monday Night Football, and then I'll watch Monday Night Football. So it's like I'm there for like 7 hours. Just
do it. I'm there all day.
Sloppy Alex at that point.
Pat,
drive me home.
I'll do it. I usually get off early on Mondays because we're fucking dead because Monday Night Football's on.
Good. All right, let's wrap up this podcast. We got 2 more questions. Javier Perez at Silkies_man on Twitter. He says, are echoes auditory boomerangs? Yes.
No.
Do not deny that they are. They are absolutely. You yell, they come right back. You fucking.
But the boomerang's got a curve. An echo is like.
Oh my god, we don't know.
Oh,
okay.
Back.
Fuck you. An echo is as much of an auditory boomerang as it could be.
It comes
right the fuck back.
I will give you the leeway.
You can't see it.
I will actually give you the leeway on this one and say yes, because I actually do like this. It's an auditory boomerang.
If you're watching the video version,
you're hurting your own cause because boomerangs don't bounce. I'm trying to give you this one. You're talking me out of it.
But people say it bounces off of a wall or whatever. but it goes that way, and then it has to come back a different track. It doesn't just come back the same path it went. It comes back a different track. That means it has to turn a little bit. That is your boomerang spinning and coming back to you. It is absolutely a boomerang.
Actually, you know what? I think I know where Robert was going to go with this and say you don't throw it.
You don't throw it.
You throw it in your mouth.
But hold on. Here's the thing, though, Robert. This is why I will give, because he said he didn't ask if it's a boomerang. He asked if it's an audible boomerang. It's an audible. So you're throwing it out with your voice. That's why I'll give. It's definitely an asterisk. It's definitely an asterisk. But he asks, is it an audible boomerang? So it's not. He's not asking, is it a boomerang? He's asking.
You're wrong if you say
audible
no.
Boomerang.
You're wrong if you say no. You can say no, but you're wrong.
Robert, you know nobody is more anti-boomerang questions than me, but I will actually.
It's a boomerang.
Javier, I'll give you this one. It is
a boomerang. We know Wheezy throws me her toy with her mouth. Here. You can throw things. You can throw things with your mouth. You can throw things with your mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a boomerang. It is an auditory boomerang. Great question, Javier. Phenomenal question.
I'll give you that one.
More boomerang questions, guys. Our final question this week.
No.
Todd Voss at as_scene_by_TV. Todd says, would a transformer ever disguise themselves as a personal massager? And if so, what would its name be?
Fuck yes. Remember the little robot in the movie was humping Megan Fox's leg. That little pervert 100% would be a vibrator.
The Italian Transformers would be doing that.
Oh, so you can make the jokes, but I can't. Okay.
I just don't turn everything into an Italian or pervert joke. Every now and then it's okay.
I don't care. It's so funny. Yeah, that little fucking pervert from the movie would 100%.
But what would they be called?
The Jackhammer 9000?
No, I think I saw somebody on Twitter had responded to this one, and it was actually, the Buffer.
The Vibrobot, I think would be his name.
Vibrobot would be cool.
Vibrobot
would be good.
Oh, what about?
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
G-Spot instead of G-Spot, G-Spot with a B.
What about Rabot?
Oh, Rabot is good.
No,
Rabot is good.
Google what the rabbit is. I know that's like, I don't know why I know that. I just know. No, it's because that's the one that everybody leaves those reviews for. That they always are like, ladies, if your man can't satisfy you, and it's just like all the crazy reviews on Amazon that they have.
I mean, if you want to just hit the nail on the head, it could be Cumbot. Could be Cumbot.
What are they? The Decepticons.
Oh,
the entire group of them.
It's an offshoot. It's
like those are the evil robots, but they all, like, instead of cars, they're sex toys.
They're perverts,
so they can easily assimilate.
So Decepticons are the sexual predators.
Deceptiquome was what we would call them.
Deceptiquomes are the sexual perverts or sexual predators of the Decepticons, but the actual vibrators guy name would be
Rabot. I like Rabot.
Rabot. I think Rabot would be it. Or one of them.
Bumblebee, I mean, it was like an animal type thing. But like Rabot would be one of them.
Yeah, there can be multiple, but Rabot is probably the leader of them. He's their Megatron.
Right. I think we wrapped that up pretty quick.
That's a damn good one to
Robert,
end on.
Did you like that?
Todd, that's a great fucking question.
Robert, what do you think they'd go by?
Did that one make you feel good, Robert?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Decepticons.
Deceptiquomes.
Yeah. But Decepticons would have been funny too.
Mario Bot.
I don't know. We got to end it before we fuck it up anymore. Hey guys, at Pass the Gravy Pod, I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. A recent study suggests every Monday at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Listen to Robert, listen to Sam. We have one final episode of Pass the Gravy Bro for this season. Listen to me and Pat and Emma break down the season finale whenever you're done with this. If you watch Big Brother, I do a podcast on football and soccer. It's called the Claret and Big Blue Podcast every Tuesday. You can listen to that wherever you listen to podcasts. And we have the Disappointed But Not Surprised podcast with Alex and Addie. We have the Weekly D podcast They're big Dogecoin guys. If you're into that, you can listen to them. And then we also have the Time Machine with Andrew Green. All kinds of awesome stuff on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network. Guys, search Battle of the Piney Woods tickets, NRG Stadium this Saturday, October 2nd. Go check it out. Support our Pass the Gravy Podcast athletes, Cody Kress and Ryan Humphreys. And let's watch Sam Houston State beat Stephen F. Austin for the 10th straight time. Love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Please share us with a friend. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify.
Watch the video version.
Watch the video version.
I just gave a little Chris Farley look there.
And until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Need a boy who can cuddle with me all night. Give me warm, love me long, be my sunlight. Tell me lies, we can argue, we can fight. Yeah, we did it before, but we'll do